stream audio. If that has to happen tonight, of course, it's not as important because I can't imagine, well, there's no way anybody could be listening to the live feed where you're at, but it will affect timing of spots because you will call for a spot, 25 seconds before I actually hear it, or maybe 25 seconds after, I'm not sure. So if I text you that we are on stream audio, that means you need to do your breaks kind of by a stopwatch.
Okay. Can you...
if that happens, please call your timeout so I know if we're in a 30 or a 60 for that. Again, I will text Keenan
Gotcha.
first if I lose your main audio. So have him keep an eye out for that. Hopefully we won't have any issues. Again, I checked your radar. You got some light rain in the area. You guys are at the very edge of the hurricane stuff. Can't say a thunderstorm won't get in there, but right now it looks fine. Again, a little light rain you may have to deal with.
Okie dokie.
And the wind, of course.
Aye.
And, of course, your drive home is going to be all rain. So, no, you guys are staying the night, right?
I think Keenan's riding back with the team. I'm going to stay, so.
Okay, you're a smart man, Dave.
Yep.
All right, other than that, ready? Are you guys, again, we're
Yep.
6:42.
You can roll whenever
you're.
you're.
A 2-minute coach interview, so let me know when you want to go.
You can roll anytime. We're ready.
Okay, let me get everything set, and we will. Oh, let me feed you some fine-looking audio. Here comes some audio.
Get the partisan,
Got it.
Alignment there.
Okay, give me a second. We'll be going.
It's the Morning News Watch.
A few years ago, Steve Farron. Do you worry?
Are the greatest.
It's time for Carterville Lions football on News Radio 1340, WJPF Herrin, W258DP Herrin 99.5 FM.
We just got to get that mentality that we got to score every time we're on the field.
First, that's a first down.
Oh, goodness,
The Carterville Lions are on the air. News Radio WJPF is proud once again to be your home for Carterville Lion athletics all season long. This broadcast is brought to you in part by the SIU Credit Union, the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 702, Montgomery's Place, Central Hospital for Animals, First Southern Bank. Also helping to make this broadcast possible, Riggin Palach and Burke Funeral Home, John A. Logan College, Rise Performance, Banterra Bank, Shawnee Health, the City of Carterville. Also supporting this broadcast, Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating, Steve and Rich's Barber Styling, Malone's Early Learning Center, Polar Whip, and the Bank of Herrin. It's time for the Carterville Lions on News Radio WJPF. Here's Keenan Clark and the voice of the Lions, Dave McKenzie.
Hey, good evening, everybody. Happy Friday to you. It's week 5 of the high school football season. Dave McKenzie and Keenan Clark made the trek about 12 miles east of Champaign-Urbana as we are getting you set for Lions football on the road at St. Joe-Ogden Spartans. Keenan, touch breezy.
It is a little breezy. Another thing you mentioned just a second ago, week 5 in about 3 hours, we're over halfway through the season.
Can you believe that?
Isn't that crazy?
It's crazy. But, yeah, a big road trip game for the Carterville Lions tonight. And truthfully, I said this earlier when we did our Facebook live hit. I'm kind of happy we're up here playing tonight and not at home having to deal with all the rain that's following there. Now, it's windy here. We're looking at 40-mile-an-hour winds. They're right out of the north, and they're gusting at 40. But at least we don't have the rain that's taking place there in Carterville in the southern Illinois region. We have to deal with that tonight.
Right. The rain really does shut down things and changes the offenses quite a bit. the wind, you can work with that a little. I was watching the teams in the pregame. They were out there throwing passes, and both teams' quarterbacks were throwing long passes and completing them. So, I mean, the precision may not be exactly the way that some of them would like, but you can get some things done and the offense can move in weather like this for sure.
Carterville comes into this game carrying that 3-1 mark and coming off that emotional win on the road at Herrin a week ago, 49-21. And, Keenan, with all that emotion that took place, I was so proud that Carterville kept their heads and just kind of whatever happened, finish the game and get on the bus and go home. And that was nice to see the maturity of this team.
Right. Carterville has a bigger picture to think about, and it can't be about little battles on the field. They're thinking about making sure that you're ready to play next week when you go to St. Joe. Every win every week matters because you got playoffs coming up, and those are the types of things that Carterville's invested in right now. So they did a really good job of keeping themselves safe, keeping themselves healthy. And, obviously things went on out there on the field. It got a little intense and emotional, like you said, but Carterville, they came out as victors, and we're ready to play ball again this week. Everybody's ready to go.
This is your Banterra Bank pregame show. Of course, Carterville coming off that 32-28 win a year ago at home over this same St. Joe-Ogden Spartan team. But St. Joe this year, they come in a perfect 4-0. They are ranked 4 in Class 3A. A lot of returners. We may see the same type of team tonight that we saw a year ago.
We will. And last year, like you said, it was a shootout. It was back and forth the entire game. What a fantastic football game. I'm hoping to see something that's just as exciting tonight.
Absolutely. Carterville traveled a few fans over on the far side, but it's a lot of people here on the St. Joe side, which is where we're located, looking out. We're on a turf field tonight. We don't have to deal with the mud here. I thought this was the first year that they had the turf, but this is actually the second year that they've had turf, so we don't have to deal with that. Footing should be okay. It's going to be a pretty good night for football. Just a little breezy, and we'll deal with that. We're going to go on and take our first break here on our Banterra Bank pregame show, and I had a chance to talk to head coach Brett Dial just a little while ago, standing out on the field, and when we come back, you're going to hear from the head coach of your Carterville Lions. He's coming up next here on News Radio WJPF.
At the Bank of Herrin, we know that between family and work, it can be a challenge to find the time to take care of things like going to the bank. And really what you need is a way to do your banking on the go. Well, we've got good news.
By the way, your audio level actually sounds good. I had to back it off full blast. So whatever you got going, it's good.
Makes a big difference when you got the right equipment.
But now you don't have to. The Bank of Herrin. It's not just a bank, it's mobile banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Montgomery's Place in Carterville is your place for taking a quick lunch break, a craft dinner experience with a relaxing atmosphere, or a Saturday brunch spot. It's Montgomery's Place. Their menu offers full breakfast options and hot and cold espresso drinks. Ask about their weekly dinner specials Thursday through Saturday. Their full bar and signature cocktails makes Montgomery's Place the perfect place for your next private party or event. Proud to be a longtime Carterville Lions booster. Montgomery's Place on South Division Street.
Central Hospital for Animals in Marion, Herrin.
Hey, by the way, Dave, when we start the game, when we come back, I'm going to step out of the room for a second. So if for some reason they run the opening kickoff back for a touchdown, you'll need to keep it there, and then I'll jump in your ear and let you know when I'm back.
To reduce inflammation, pain,
okay.
Or promote wound healing. Noticing that your pet stopped jumping? Maybe they've just slowed down in general. Central Hospital for Animals offers chiropractic services too. Online at centralvet.net.
Coach Brett Dial joins us here on our pregame show. Coach, I don't even know where to start here. It's hurricane season, apparently, but we made the trip north up here to St. Joe-Ogden, and actually I think we're going to be in pretty good shape tonight, other than the wind.
Well, I mean, yeah, it could be some rain, it could be some wind, but like I tell our guys, anything that we can't control, we don't lose sleep over. So we're going to play with whatever we got. They're going to play in the same conditions, and we're ready to go, and it is what it is.
Coach, you're coming off that win at Herrin a week ago. Just an emotional game for both teams, but how did you come out of the thinking after that game?
You know, I thought offensively it was by far our best performance so far. I thought we were pretty physical up front. I thought our running backs ran hard. I think we got a lot of contributions from a lot of people. 2 quarterbacks, you know, taking significant snaps each. 3 running backs, 90 yards or more. Multiple receivers got in the end zone. So I was really pleased with the diversity of the offense. It was, like I said, it was good to see, and we just need to build on that each week now. And this is going to be a tough test. I mean, this team is a very good football team. They're ranked 4 in 3A and had a lot of success last year. A lot of these guys are back. They're explosive offensively. They're very aggressive defensively. So we got to work it out for us on the road, and it's kind of like a playoff game. You know, we treated it like that with our travel, and you know, we've been up here prepping and walked through the neighboring school district, and you know, this is kind of what we would do on a long road trip. So it's a great tune-up for us for playoffs.
Last year's matchup, a 32-28 win, outstanding ball game. And can you take anything from that game a year ago?
I mean, absolutely. I mean, I think that I thought last year was a fantastic ball game. I've watched that game a lot over the last year. I thought it was probably our best offensive game of the year. We were really diverse. We threw the ball really well. I think we had 500 yards of offense. So, you know, they're going to try to take some of those things away that we did to them last year, and we're going to do the same to them. So
it's the anthem here now, so just keep it until I say come back.
I mean, if they, what kind of adjustments both teams make.
Well, good luck. We'll talk postgame.
Sounds good. Thanks.
Want to know one of the best ways to show your Saluki pride?
Okay, so we're going anthem now.
Yeah, it's going on now. I'll tell you when.
Being able to use a Saluki branded debit card with no fees at more than 55,000 ATMs and special Saluki offers is a perk. Knowing that my transactions go towards supporting SIU is a win. Plus, Banterra is the bank that you want as a partner. Stop by a Banterra branch for details. Banterra is a proud supporter of regional athletics. Member FDIC.
Don't let the name fool you. The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local 702 represents more than just electricians.
You need another break
IBEW is made up of Southern
feel
Illinois linemen, tree trimmers, telephone workers, utility workers, city employees, factory workers, construction workers, and many more. So when you support the IBEW, you're really supporting Southern Illinois. Help make Southern Illinois a brighter place. Put your trust in the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local 702, providing a better lifestyle for members and a better life for all.
High school football means Friday Night Live is here. I'm Darren Kennard, and you can join me live on Facebook after tonight's game for River Radio Sports Central's Friday Night Live, presented by Charlie's Air Conditioning and
Keep it
Heating
one
in
more.
Carterville. Catch all of tonight's scores and join in the discussion on Friday Night Live. River Radio Sports Central, powered by Clark Concrete and IBEW Local 702. I'll see you live on Facebook tonight for Friday Night Live, presented by Charlie's AC and Heating.
Riggin, Palach, and Burke Funeral Home is a family-owned and operated, full-service funeral home, serving Southern Illinois since 1930. They provide dignified, caring, and individualized services to their client families. The funeral home you choose is not just the business down the street, but the caring staff that counsels you in one of the most difficult times in your life. From the time of the first phone call, your family is there.
Yeah, you can bring it back.
Priority. When you need them, Riggin, Palach, and Burke Funeral Home in Carterville is there.
Welcome back to St. Joe-Ogden Spartan High School here in just east of Champaign, about 12, 15 miles or so on a breezy night. And national anthem tonight, in my opinion, one of the 2 best ever done during the Super Bowl.
Oh, the Chris Stapleton, yes.
Who was number 1?
Whitney Houston.
Whitney Houston,
okay.
number 1.
I thought
Chris
that's where you were
Stapleton.
going.
Chris Stapleton's version from last year, and the national anthem here at St. Joe-Ogden. As they are having a bunch of kids out on the field right now, going to welcome the Spartans to the field. Carterville still in the locker room here, but let's take a look at some games from around Southern Illinois tonight in Mississippi Division play. In the River to River, AJ at Benton, DuQuoin at Pinckneyville, Nashville is at West Frankfort. On the Ohio side, Massac at Harrisburg. And, of course, last night, Murfreesboro popped the Herrin Tigers 63-6. They moved that game up because of the rain. South 7 action, Mount Vernon is at Hoban. They're in Ohio, taking on Hoban over there, which is a perennial national power in high school football. Marion on the road at Cahokia this evening, and Carbondale is playing at Centralia. Black Diamond games tonight. feature Fairfield at Carmine White County, Flora at Johnston City, Hamco at El Dorado. Last night, Cesar-Valier got the win over CZR. And let's look at some Cahokia Conference games tonight. Dupo at Carlisle, Chester at Westland, Freeburg at Columbia, East Alton Wood River. They played last night at Central. Mater Dei is at Macomb this evening. Sparta at Redbud, and Salem played Roxana last night. So we have made this is the only non-conference game for St. Joe-Ogden, and that's the Carterville game.
Well, when you get something like an opportunity to play a team who's perennial state playoff team, so this is beneficial for both Carterville and St. Joe-Ogden. These are good schools, good programs, and you might as well take advantage of it.
Of course, St. Joe plays in the Illini Prairie Conference, and they're led by their head coach, Sean Skinner, who's in his 9th season, and they've made the playoffs 6 of his 8 years. Of the last 8 years, they've made it into the playoffs. And prior to that, we are actually playing at Dick Duval Field. Dick Duval, 28 years, he was the head coach here at St. Joe-Ogden. Yeah,
legend here in this area. And you can tell just by looking out, this team they're in a town where they take a lot of pride in their sports, take a lot of pride in their football team specifically here. They've got strong tradition in softball and other sports. And if you look on the field right now, there has to be 150 kids out there welcoming the team onto the football field. That creates a lot of energy. And so good tradition here. Can't wait to see what we got here. My first trip watching a football game in St. Joe.
St. Joe-Ogden has wins over Monticello, Tolono Unity, who's number 10 in Class 3A. They won in Week 3 over Prairie Central 49-20, and last week they beat Illinois Valley Central 42-28. Of course, Carterville, after that Week 1 loss to the Benton Rangers, have rattled off 3 in a row. They went on the road to beat the Nashville Hornets 20-16, West Frankfort 21-16, and Herrin 49-21. We're going to go on and take our final break here on our Banterra Bank pregame show. When we come back, we've got Kickoff coming up next here on News Radio WJPF.
You can turn Keenan up just a touch.
Sign up for free
Okay.
training and start earning a dividend on balances over $1,000. Open with just $25, and there's no monthly fees when you sign up for e-statements. Get access to over 85,000 free ATMs nationwide.
By the way, the screen looks great. Nice and crisp, no buffering.
To start earning, apply online at siucu.org.
Good.
Membership required, insured by NCUA.
Rise Performance in downtown Carterville is one of Southern Illinois' best fitness facilities, offering something for the whole family. Members enjoy 24/7 access with 9,000 square feet of equipment. They offer group classes, women's only classes, youth strength and conditioning, personal training, sports medicine, and massage therapy. Looking for a great variety of cardio equipment? Look no further than Rise Performance. They even have a separate room for free weights. Rise Performance on Division Street, Carterville.
The Southern Illinois celebration of National Hunting and Fishing Days returns to the campus of John A. Logan College in Carterville, September 28th and 29th.
Okay, you're coming back. I'm going to step out, and then I'll holler in your ear when I'm back.
We're excited to bring you the popular events like the McDonald's Kids Free Fishing Hole, 3D Archery, Super Retriever Series, hunting and fishing seminars, and dozens of vendors. Join us September 28th and 29th on the John A. Logan College campus for this Southern Illinois tradition. Visit SIHFD.org for more information.
This Carterville Lions broadcast is brought to you by Mayor Brad Robinson and the city of Carterville, and they want to remind you to attend the 37th annual Southern Illinois Hunting and Fishing Days coming up this weekend on the campus at John A. Logan College. The hours are going to be 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturday, and then 9 a.m. to 4 on Sunday. And if you want more information, you can go online, visit SIHFD, Southern Illinois Hunting and Fishing Days.org. The city of Carterville saying go Lions. As we are getting you set for the kickoff, we are facing directly to the north on a beautiful evening, breezy 40-mile-an-hour wind gust with the remnants of Hurricane Helene in the area. Carterville decided to wear their road whites, their white jersey over the white pants, and they will be moving left to right and will receive the kickoff from the St. Joe-Ogden Spartans, who wear their maroon jerseys over the blue pants with white helmets. Thanks to everybody listening here on News Radio WJPF. And don't forget you can watch the live stream. If you go to YouTube, just search Carterville Lions football. And that should get you taken care of right there as the Spartans break their huddle with their head coach, Coach Skinner. And we're just moments away. Pre-game thoughts, what are you thinking?
Right now I'm watching the flag out there because that wind sometimes is blowing directly into our face coming out of the north, which would be across the field, and other times it shifts and it's blowing from east to west, which would be currently at the back of St. Joe-Ogden. So that wind could be moving, could impact your play calling as the day goes along.
Hayden Harrell and Jonathan Miller are the two deep backs for the Carterville Lions as the Spartans have the ball teed up right at the 40-yard line, and they're going to have to put somebody on there to hold it. It's fallen over again, and that's going to be the case for both teams probably all night. Is coming over to put his finger on the ball is going to be Braden Waller for the kicker for the St. Joe-Ogden Spartans, and that is going to be Lucas Smith, who wears number 1.
Braden Waller did not know he was going to be the first name announced on the radio tonight.
He did not know that. He did not.
Put that number 15 on to start.
Here we go. The kick is away, and it's going to be taken over on the far side. Brought across the 20-yard line to the 25 to the 30-yard line, and that's where the Carterville Lions are going to start things off. They have the ball 1st and 10 at the 31.
Good start, taking the ball all the way across the 31-yard line. I can't wait to see what Coach Dial has in store here. He worked 2 different quarterbacks last week, had 2 different running backs that both played very well. So I think St. Joe is probably going to be sitting back wondering the same thing.
Best game of the year they played last week offensively.
Offensively,
I
for
love
sure.
the rotation. I said it to Coach. We love the rotation on that. And it's going to be Nick Bishing that's going to start from the quarterback position.
If your team stays healthy as the year goes on, you become a little bit more dynamic offensively because you can just continue to add things in.
Chance Meyer, the running back, as we bring Riley Crane in motion. They give it to Meyer right up the gut. He blasts his way out near the 40-yard line where he's brought down at about the 38, so a gain of 7 for the Lions.
So you're going to want to see a lot of that. You're moving the ball. You're taking care of it. Probably going to run the play clock down a little bit at times. St. Joe's offense is so dynamic and it can score so quickly that you don't want to just have quick series and get them the ball back. You want to make sure that you hold on to the ball, keep it out of their quarterback's hand.
2nd down and 3 for Carterville. The ball at the 38-yard line. As Carterville's taking some time coming out of the huddle, the play clock down to 15 seconds. At least we got a play clock tonight.
I think we're going to see a lot of that.
Yep, I think so as well. So Bishing from the shotgun. He's going to keep it himself right up the gut. Had 1st down yardage. Are they going to give him the mark as he was popped right there at the line to gain? And they are going to give it to him and move those chains. So Carterville has their first down of the game.
That's a very good run. He took the read. I think that was something that he read at the line of scrimmage. Made that cut there, got the 1st down. Now, on the other hand, I think when St. Joe comes out on the field offensively, they're going to work at a very Nashville type of pace.
Yes. Yep. They definitely will do that.
Snapping the ball every 15 to 20 seconds. There'll be another play coming.
So Carterville comes from the huddle. Bishing remains at quarterback. Chance Meyer is the running back, the lone running back. 2 receivers out to the far side for the Lions. Riley Crane from the tight end position stays where he is. It's to give to Myers up the gut across the 45 to about the 47-yard line. So Carterville, fortunately here, they're gaining 6-7 yards per carry, and Brett Dow would take that all night long.
Yeah, that's off to a good start for the Lions. What we saw last time when we played against St. Joe was they played their defense, the corners, way off of the line of scrimmage. And because of that, we threw probably 15 or more quick screen passes, quick out passes, and then let our receivers go one-on-one. Parker Poole had a big game last year against them, in part because if you look now, he's got 15 yards between him and the next man.
Lions have it, 2nd down and 4. Myers across mid-50, or at the 50 rather. They're actually going to mark him a little bit short of the 50 at the 49. So just a gain of about 1, bringing up the first 3rd down play for Coach Brett Dow. Yeah, a year ago, Nick Bishing threw for like 358 yards. He had 5 touchdowns. It was
Skelcher.
Yes,
you're
I say?
correct. You said Nick, but
Nick
had some big plays as the receiver too. I can understand.
You're right. 3rd down and 3 from the Carterville 49-yard line. At the huddle, the ball right in the middle of the field on a breezy night here in St. Joseph, Illinois. As Bishing takes the snap, he's going to run it and gets his way out close to the first down marker. They're going to give him the first down once again, and Carterville has 2 first downs here on this drive.
And they're leaving a lot of space out to the receivers, but the receivers are split over on the Carterville sideline. That means if Bishing does turn and throw, he's got to throw it into the wind. Why change anything right now whenever you're running the ball so well? Looks like we brought a Moncozy in to give Chance a break right here.
So Nick looks over at Coach Gerald's, gets his offensive set. They come to the line of scrimmage. They have Parker Poole spread out here to the near side. They bring Crane in motion, and it's the give to Cozy. Cozy out to about the 43-yard line. But did I see a flag come
We had
in?
a flag right at the snap. I'm not sure we got the play off in time.
It's going to be a false start against the Lions,
Yeah,
so that will be the first penalty.
Had to rush that a little bit. They weren't completely set and ready to go, and Bishing saw the play clock ticking down. Might as well take the shot and get it snapped as fast as possible.
So that's going to back the Lions up offensively. The first penalty of the game comes here at the 8:30 mark. There's no score. Carterville's first possession. And this will be a play number 7 of this drive. So it's 1st and 15 now with the ball at the Carterville 47-yard line. Lions come to the line of scrimmage. Cozy remains the running back. One receiver out to the far side. Double tight ends as Crane goes in motion to the far side. Bishing's going to keep it himself. He's met the backfield right there, and he's lucky to even get the 1-yard loss that he did, because the Spartans just blew that one up.
Yeah, there must have been some sort of blown coverage up front on that. Not sure exactly where he came from.
It's a loss of 2, 2nd down and 17. Ball at the 45 of Carterville. You can hear the wind gusting in our headsets here. It's blowing right into our face. Gusting at 40 miles an hour. Bishing from the shotgun. Cozy the running back. Twin tight ends. Now the quick first pass of the game goes out to Parker Poole. He plows his way out near midfield. So Carterville's looking at a 3rd down and about 12, 13 yards, it looks like.
That seemed to be our go-to 5-yard play last year. Just throw it out the pool, let him lower his shoulder. He's going to be one-on-one. Let him run over somebody, pick up 4 or 5 yards, and then repeat. Looks like Andy Johnson's coming in now.
3rd down and 13, so an obvious throwing situation for the Lions. Andy Johnson, who last week rotated in with Nick Bishing. Andy, good throwing arm from the shotgun. Myers is the running back. They bring Bishing in motion. Andy rolls right, throws it right, has his man. That's Riley Crane out to about the 42-yard line. It's going to be short of the first down. And so Carterville, a decision, are they going to go for it on 4th down?
You know, they're moving the ball. Carterville's moving the ball right now. They're facing into a very, very stiff wind. If you punt it, there's no guarantee you're going to get much out of that punt at all. Jamie Jones was kicking the ball pretty well in pregame, but when you have to rush one and someone's coming at you, I mean, this could potentially not be a whole lot of a change here if you do punt. So I would guess that they're probably going to go for it here.
The wind you're talking about, it's coming out of the northeast.
Yeah.
So it looks like Carterville's going to go for it here with Johnson at quarterback. They're facing a 4th down and 4 as Johnson rolls to his left, looks to throw, throws it across the middle, and the wind just flat took it right to the turf. Didn't even make it out to Nick Bishing, who was the intended receiver. So the turnover on downs is going to give that ball to the Spartans for the first offensive set for St. Joe-Ogden.
Yeah, you hate to come up empty with the first down or with the first possession. When you receive the kickoff, you don't want to come down and then not score and then turn the ball over on downs. However, they were successful at running 6-7 minutes off the clock, and St. Joe's offense is just now starting to walk out onto the field.
So they come straight from the field, and it is Cody McKinney, the quarterback. He sets 2 receivers near side, has 1 on the far side, and they bring the running back right off of McKinney's left hip. It is a give to Blackburn Kelly. He puts his head down and picks up about 1.5 yards. So a 2nd down for the Spartans.
Yeah, it wasn't much for him to do there, but, this is not their bread and butter. Their bread and butter is to try to get the ball to their Okie back and try to get it to their all-state wide receiver.
2nd down and 8 from the 44-yard line. It's the give out and carried out across the 45 to the 47-yard line.
Carson Sarnecki, I believe, on the carry.
Yep.
So the pace of play is going to move up considerably at this point in time. Right now they're already walking up to the line of scrimmage, and they know their play. Carterville's getting the defensive set.
Sarnecki, the running back for Cody McKinney. They put Taylor in motion, and it's going to be McKinney. It's going to keep it himself. He's popped right there, brought down just short of the 50 at the 49, and that's going to bring up a 4th down now for the Spartans. Good defense by the Lions there.
Now this is going to be a true decision here. Let's see what they think on this. With it, the ball is at midfield. They've not moved the ball great yet.
But it looks like they're going to go for it. McKinney. Nope. Dropping. Are they going to punt? That's Coy Taylor.
He's going to punt. Or they'll try to draw him off sides.
Yep. Now Coy Taylor, who does the punting, drops back to the 40. Takes the snap, and he got the kick away. Carterville didn't send anybody deep, so they're going to just let it roll, and they're going to get a good roll, and it's down inside the 5. Oh, my gosh, Carterville may have touched the ball, and it belongs to the St. Joe-Ogden Spartans. Out for the Lions. Is that right? Ryan Subleski, I think, number 9.
The ball was going towards the end zone. So the St. Joe player, what I saw was the St. Joe player tapped the ball back into play. Then the Carterville player, it looked like Ryland tried to slide on it just to cover it up because he was in the area just to make sure, and rolls right past the ball. St. Joe lands on top of it.
So St. Joe's going to keep it after the muffed punt by the Lions. Unintentional, but still, they have the ball now. It is 1st and goal from the 2. As Cody McKinney brings his offense out to the field. So first break of the game goes Spartans' way. It's the Spartans football. It's Carterville football.
Yeah, they ended up changing the possession on that, and I'm glad. I saw Coach Dial go down there and get in the referee's ear and express his displeasure with the initial call of 1st down for St. Joe. So
it's Carterville football at the 3:45 mark. So a long way to go. 2nd down and 8. From the 3 for the Lions. As they give it to Myers. Myers blasts his way out to near the 10-yard line. So apparently the ball was not touched by Carterville.
No, Carterville touched the ball. I think what happens, though, is whenever St. Joe touches the ball and saves it, knocks it back in play, it should be a dead ball
down.
at that time. Yes.
That makes sense.
They hadn't blown it dead yet, and then the ref comes in and sees Carterville rolling over it. And I think they finally got together and got that straightened out.
So it's not like the NFL where it's saved and they can down it elsewhere. Okay, that makes sense. All right, I feel better now. So 3rd down and 2 now from the 10-yard line for Carterville. Myers, the running back, and the keeper right up the middle is going to move the chains. Carterville's got a 1st down on the carry by Nick Bishing.
Good work, Carterville. It looked like a play that we saw quite a bit whenever we were doing the West Frankfort game, where they would come set, then they would shift 2 linemen from the left side over to the right side. Carterville did that in hopes that the defensive line would shift with them, and then they just ran that quarterback sneak back up to the weak side.
So 2.5 minutes remaining here in the 1st quarter. There's no score. Carterville, the 2nd possession of the game for them. As now Johnson is at quarterback. Actually, Bishing hands it off to Chance Myers, and he is dropped right at the 15-yard line, maybe a half-yard gain. Bringing up 2nd down now for Carterville.
Yeah, they turned that play around. That time they shifted both and went overload to the left side. Went heavy to the left is what they'd call that. They went heavy to the left side and tried to run it with chance into the strength. Wasn't much there, though.
You can hear the St. Joe cheerleaders right below us. Wind blowing out of the north, which is left to right on the field. So Bishing now, he gets up underneath center. Carterville shifts everybody over to the left side, strong side left with two running backs that give to Myers. Tries to cut it to the outside across the 15 to the 20 to near 25. And he think he's going to be short of the first down maybe. Are they going to mark him at the 25? They do. They give him the first down carry by Chance Myers.
Great kick out block that time by Ethan Hendricks. What they did was they pulled him from the guard position out to the end, kicks the end out. That gives Myers the hole that he needed and a little bit of space so he can pick up that first down. Nice job by your offensive line there.
Carries it out to the 24-yard line, and that is the second first down on this drive for Carterville as the clock ticks to about 1:20 remaining here in the opening quarter. There's no score. Dave McKenzie, Keenan Clark from St. Joe-Ogden, east of Champaign, Illinois. As Bishing turns around and gives it to Myers once again. Puts his head down, carries it out to about the 27-yard line, correction. A gain of 3, bringing up second down and 7 now.
Again, Carterville is content to try to run the ball on them until they don't have to. And then they're starting to lose the big gains at this point in time. I think what they're trying to do is sucker St. Joe into the box a little bit. We're now looking at 8, 9 guys in the box for St. Joe. By the box, I mean within 3 yards of the line of scrimmage, hoping maybe to get the one-on-one matchup and a big breakaway home run ball.
Here come the Lions again. They go strong side left. Bishing turns around, gives it to Cozy, who was just wrapped up right there in the backfield. Great defensive jump there by the Spartans, and losing yards on that play for Carterville as the clock rolls and is stopped with 25 seconds left. Third down and 7 for the Lions. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by IBEW Local 702, proud supporter of Lions Sports, providing a better lifestyle for members and a better life for all. We'll take a break. We'll be back in 30 here on News Radio WJPF.
Bank with people you know, who know and love Southern Illinois. First Southern Bank is a community bank that cares for and gives back to the communities we serve. Locally owned, local people, local decisions, and locations throughout Southern Illinois to serve you. First Southern Bank, community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Visit First Southern Bank at firstsouthernbank.net.
Back at St. Joe, Illinois, St. Joseph-Ogden. You know, one of the good things about that first drive for the Lions, Keenan, the fact it was 10 plays, but most importantly, it took off 6.5 minutes off the clock in this first quarter.
Right. Time of possession, field position are huge in a game like this.
Third down and 11 for Carterville from their own 24-yard line here as the clock is set right at 30 seconds here in the first quarter. No score. Carterville moving left to right. They bring Parker Poole here to the near side. They have two running backs in the backfield. Cozy, the tailback. Bishing from under center. Turns around, keeps it himself, thought about the pitch, wants to throw it, lobs it up over the top, and nice Parker Poole makes the catch. Parker made the catch here on the near side into Spartan territory, down to the 46-yard line, but we have a flag back at the 30-yard line. And it is going to be illegal man downfield against the Carterville Lions, so the play is going to come back.
Great play. You kind of saw that one coming. They shifted everybody again. They did the late shift from the right side to the left side, created a little space, left Parker Poole over here with a one-on-one. But as soon as the ball was snapped, the safety rolls over to double up to help with Parker. The double team did not matter. Great ball thrown in a good spot, and Parker comes down with it. Unfortunately, the positive yards is negated here, so it looks like Carterville's going to have to find another trick.
So it's going to be 3rd and 15 from the 19, and the clock rolls under 17 seconds. Carterville has to snap the ball as there's 8 seconds on the play clock. It is 3rd and 15. They get to the line of scrimmage. 2-1 on the play clock. They get the play away as Johnson started to run, found his receiver. First down for Carterville over on the far sideline. And that is Riley Crane on the reception as we end the first quarter. Players are going to flip sides. Carterville is moving the chains. And it's their second drive of the game, and it'll continue on the other side of the break. No score here from St. Joe-Ogden with your Carterville Lions on News Radio WJPF.
The seasons are changing, and it's getting colder. And your heating system just quit. Last week, your car needed repairs. Life doesn't always go as planned. At Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating in Carterville, they understand. That's why at Charlie's, they won't sell you something you don't need. They diagnose the problem and tell you exactly what's needed. No gimmicks, whether a fix or a whole new unit. And as your local York dealer, you can trust Charlie's for top-quality York products. Call or visit charliesairandheat.com, your local York dealer. Committed to keeping you comfortable no matter what the temperature is.
This is News Radio 1340 WJPF Herrin, W258DP Herrin, 99.5 FM.
As a parent, you want the best care for your family, and at Shawnee Health, we provide just that. I'm Dr. Kai Fansuri from Shawnee Health's Carterville
Gee, you
location.
think they could stuck those two stands together and make one stand?
Comprehensive care for every member of your family, from newborns to grandparents. Whether it's checkups, managing conditions, or sports physicals, our Carterville team is here to keep your family healthy. Call to schedule an appointment or visit ShawneeHealth.com. Go Lions!
Second quarter action here from St. Joe-Ogden. Dave McKenzie, Keenan Clark with you. Carterville looking at a first down and 10 as we have it at the 38-yard line. And the carry is bottled up. Nothing there as about 4 of the Spartan defensive line was right there to stop the runner for Carterville.
You know, Carterville, the last two plays prior to this, the two plays you had Bishing at quarterback and you throw. Here you bring in Andy Johnson at quarterback, typically your passing quarterback, or at least he has been the last couple of weeks, and you run the ball. I think they're just trying to keep St. Joe honest and making sure that they don't get too easily predictable here from the offensive side for Carterville.
Bring 2 receivers here to Riley Crane and Poole on the near side, 2 to the far side. Quick screen pass out to Poole. Poole across the 40, the 45, across midfield, down to the 45 of St. Joe. And Parker Poole has a hot hand here this evening.
He is. He's come up with balls that were hard to catch, and then that one, it was put right in his hands, and he made a nice move, made a man miss, picks up the first down. And now in the second quarter, looks like Carterville's got the wind to their backs. Also looks like the visiting sidelines over there is missing a tooth. Have you noticed that? The bleachers
yes,
yeah,
it does. That's exactly what it looks like. Big gap over there. I would say there was a building between those two sections.
I would hope so.
At one time. So first and 10 for the Lions from the Spartan 45. Johnson rolls to his right, felt some pressure, lost his footing, and slipped down. So that's going to be a loss of 7 for Carterville, bringing up second down and 17.
You know, I think this is part of St. Joe's strategy as well. They're not going to give up the deep ball. They're going to pressure the quarterback a little bit. If you want to try to take 2 or 3 yard chunks and work the ball down the field, they seem to be content to let you have that in the passing game. So I don't think that they're too worried about the deep throws at this point in time. They're just going to let you keep it right in front of them.
Lions come out of the huddle. Poole and Crane come to the left side. Mason Watts over on the far side. Johnson bobbled the ball. Oh, the ball was tipped in the background. I mean, Carterville's lucky that ball wasn't actually intercepted. Johnson just lost it. It came out of his hand. And there's some moisture out on the field. Even though we haven't seen any rain, the ground is wet. So maybe it was just a wet spot there on the ball.
Yeah, the ball got knocked in the air, and it looked like I don't know who that was. Maybe McKinney over there got a hand on it, and the ball popped up in the air, and he just about ran it down while it was fluttering. We're looking for the short pass in the flat out here to Bishing.
Let's see what the Lions do on this 14th play of the drive. 3rd down and 17 from their own 48-yard line. Johnson drops straight back, steps up in the pocket, felt some pressure, put his head down, had to take the hit. And the Spartans are right there to cover him up. So Carterville now facing the 4th down. They're going to have to punt the ball away with 9:40 showing here in the second quarter. It's going to be 4th and 20 from their own 45-yard line. But again, a 15-play drive that took about 6.5 minutes again. Jamie Jones back. Bad snap. He has to pick it up, try to run it, and he's brought down. And Spartans are going to take over at the Carterville 43-yard line. So turnover on downs for the Lions gives it back to the Spartans. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by Steve and Rich's Barber Styling. For men, women, and children, they offer cuts, styling, and perming. And walk-ins are welcome. Steve and Rich's Barber Styling right there on South Division Street in Carterville. Proud supporter of Lions sports.
I was going to mention that, your long snapper also has to battle with that wind. He's snapping the ball right into it, and that ball looked like it just paused in midair and just dropped.
So the Spartans, McKinney gives it to his running back in Sarnecki as he cuts it to the outside, down inside the 30-yard line. And I've seen 2 or 3 guys now slip. Riley Crane slipped on that right there at the end of the play. So footing may be a little bit slippery out there.
It does seem to be a little slick.
That is the first down for the Spartans. They carry it down to the Carterville 28. And they're at the line of scrimmage. And on the carry, it's going to be Caden Wedig. Wedig is stacked up in the backfield right there. Good pursuit by that Carterville D. I think Andy Johnson was leading the way.
He did. He shook his blocker, met him chest to chest, took him straight to the ground. It was a really nice tackle.
So it's 2nd and 13 for Carterville from the 31-yard line. Cody Kennedy. Sarnecki on his right hip. 2 receivers to the far side. Kennedy's going to keep it himself. Gets off right tackle. Down inside the 20 before he's brought down right there by Carterville. So first down for, actually, it's going to be about a half a yard short. So the Spartans are facing a 3rd down and 1 now as they have it down at the Carterville 18-yard line. They go with it real quick. Carterville's right there, and it's going to be enough to move the chains and give the Spartans a first down. Boy, they don't waste any time at all, do they?
They do not.
Ball down at the 14-yard line.
Both times, I think Jamie Jones either got a hand or almost got a hand on him and lost his footing, turning the running back in, and Sobolewski there to clean it up.
Coach Sean Skinner talking to his quarterback, Cody Kennedy, the junior. Gets the play call. Now he's going to go out there. Coy Taylor is the running back. Now they split Sarnecki off to the right side. Actually, it's going to be Coy Taylor at quarterback for the Spartans. He puts his head down, tries to find a hole, weaves his way around, picks up a short gain of about 4 yards. So 2nd down now and about 6 from the 10-yard line.
Jamie Jones all over the place out there. Did a really nice job of bringing him down on that play as well.
So the Spartans swapping in and out of quarterback. Now it's going to be Cody McKinney. Now they go strong side right as they shift everybody to the right side. Moving left to right on the dial. Kennedy keeps it himself down to about the 6-yard line. So now it's going to be 3rd down and about 3 from the Carterville 6.
Interesting on that. They shifted 2 linemen from the right side to the left side, or left side to the right side. Carterville's defensive line did not shift at all. I don't know if they had already had this set or what.
Now it's Kennedy going to keep it and scores from 6 yards out. A 6-yard touchdown run for the quarterback for the Spartans. That's Cody McKinney.
Yeah, sometimes when the offense is going that quickly, it's difficult to shake off the last play, get your read, get set up, and then be in time for the next play. It looked like Carterville, their defense was just on their heels a little bit and never could get comfortable out there to make the plays.
So 6-0 as the Spartans trying to pick up the extra points. They score here at the 6:29 mark, and the kick is up and good. as the St. Joe-Ogden Spartans lead the Carterville Lions 7-0 with 6:29 remaining here in the second quarter on News Radio WJPF.
The Bank of Herrin has been serving Southern Illinois since 1937, offering everything from checking and savings accounts to loans and a full-service trust department. With convenient locations and a dedicated professional staff, our outreach and involvement in the communities we serve plays an integral role in how we do business, proving it's not just a bank, it's a relationship. The Bank of Herrin. Find out more at bankofherrin.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Don't let the name fool you. The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local 702 represents more than just electricians. The IBEW is made up of Southern Illinois linemen, tree trimmers, telephone workers, utility workers, city employees, factory workers, construction workers, and many more. So when you support the IBEW, you're really supporting Southern Illinois. Help make Southern Illinois a brighter place. Put your trust in the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local 702, providing a better lifestyle for members and a better life for all.
6:29 here in this first half, remaining in the second quarter. This Lions broadcast brought to you by Polar Whip. Come taste the legend. Polar Whip and Energy is a Southern Illinois tradition. They have car hops. You can call 618-988-9210, and they'll have it waiting for you when you arrive. A 6-run touchdown run by the quarterback, Cody McKinney, and that's where we stand right now, 7-0 after the extra point. 6:29 remaining here in the second quarter.
Let's not lose sight of what's been going well. Carterville has been running the ball well. They've made some nice passes. We are moving the ball. We just haven't got the ball in the end zone yet. That can come.
Kick is away, and it's going to be taken by Hayden Harrell as he brings it out across the 25, cuts it back near side at the 30, cuts it up at the 40-yard line, and just keeps running, and finally brought down at the 42, 43-yard line. Outstanding return by Hayden Harrell.
Very good return. He made the cuts when he needed to, but when he had some space, he turned the burners on and went full speed, and that's what you have to do. Still 6 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in the half, although this game has moved quickly.
That's what we like. We like a quick-moving game.
Especially if we're winning, but let's get that taken care of first.
Absolutely. 7-0 is our score here. So Carterville, this is their third possession of the game. They took the opening kickoff. So Carterville on the near side. Bishing hands it to Amon Cozy, straight up the gut, out to the Spartan 43-yard line. That quick burst of speed from Amon Cozy moves the chains for Carterville.
Fresh legs, just a quick dive right up the middle. He didn't have to make a cut. There was no need. He had a lot of green in front of him.
You hear doors, and the wind is howling here at about 40. And whenever you close a door, the wind just grabs it and slams it for you. Ball remains here on the near hash. Carterville moving right to left. Two receivers here on the near side. Crane comes to the near side in motion, and it's the give to Cozy once again. Cuts it off to the right side and keeps out, finding out toward the 30-yard line, moving the chains once again. So back-to-back first down carries by Amon Cozy. And how fortunate are the Lions to have Chance Myers and Amon Cozy being able to pick up those chunk yards.
Here comes Chance, who really likes, honestly, Chance would rather work on the edge. They'd rather stretch him out, let him turn the corner, and run on the sideline, whereas Cozy, I think we're figuring out, wants to run between the tackles. So now that Chance is in there, would not be surprised to see us try to stretch the ball a little bit.
Which is kind of odd because Chance is a little bit more stout than Amon, but he likes to get outside, and we have a timeout that's called by the coach of the St. Joe-Ogden Spartans. That is Sean Skinner. 5:17 remaining. We will take a break. Back in 60 here on News Radio WJPF.
The Southern Illinois celebration of National Hunting and Fishing Days returns to the campus of John A. Logan College in Carterville, September 28th and 29th. John A. Logan College and title sponsor Oasis Outdoors are excited to bring you the popular events like the McDonald's Kids Free Fishing Hole, 3D Archery, Super Retriever Series, hunting and fishing seminars, and dozens of vendors. Join us September 28th and 29th on the John A.
Hey, everybody watching online. Good evening. Hope you're doing well. Hope everyone is safe. Thank you for watching. We appreciate it.
best ways to show your Saluki pride. I'm Luke Martin, voice of the SIU Salukis and proud owner of a Banterra Saluki Visa debit card. Being able to use a Saluki branded debit card with no fees at more than 55,000 ATMs and special Saluki offers is a perk. Knowing that my transactions go towards supporting SIU is a win. Plus, Banterra is the bank that you want as a partner. Stop by a Banterra branch for details. Banterra is a proud supporter of regional athletics. Member FDIC.
First and 10 for the Lions. Ball on the turf on the snap, but I think quarterback Bishing, Nick, was able to jump right on top of that. So no harm, no foul, just a loss of a yard. Bringing up second down and 10 now for the Lions.
Yeah, I didn't see anything wrong with the snap. It just looked like he got his feet moving and was trying to get his read and take the ball off the handoff a little quicker than he was ready.
4:50 remaining here till halftime. Coming up, we'll have our IBEW Local 702 halftime show. You're going to hear from Darren Kennard, who wraps up Southern Illinois Sports Force. Take a couple minutes to talk about that. We'll update scores from around the region as well. Carterville facing 2nd and 11 from the Spartan 31. They put Crane in motion off the far side. They pitch it, though, to Parker Poole here near side. Little to no gain. Got back to about the original line of scrimmage, which was the 20-yard line. So now Carterville facing a 3rd down and 11.
Yeah, they're starting to shade towards Parker's side a little bit. They're giving his man a little bit of help on this side. I do think that we're still going to see the hard run on the edge. I think that's where we're going to break one.
3rd down and 10. As the ball rests on the near hash. Carterville moving right to left. They're in the road white uniforms with the orange helmets. So Bishing from the shotgun. Myers, the running back. 2 receivers near side. Ball over the head of Bishing. He can't cover it up. Who's going to get it? It's right here near side, and the Spartans say they got it. As the snap was high, Nick tried to grab it with his left hand, couldn't get it cleanly, and it's recovered by the Spartans, and Carterville has the first turnover of the ball game, and it comes here at the 3:42 mark of the second quarter.
This is just going to be the 3rd possession by St. Joe. On the first possession, Carterville did a nice job. They bent, only gave them 8 yards, forced the punt, and then in the second possession, it was 5 plays before the touchdown. So Carterville's going to have to get back and be the aggressive right here.
So, the Spartans, they want to get it going quickly. They do. They hand it off to their running back, Sarnecki, and he gets back to the original line of scrimmage. Good coverage there by the Lions.
Yeah, Sobleski comes in from the corner to make the tackle. He saw the handoff, knew the read, knew what he was looking for, attacked the ball, made a good solo tackle.
2nd down and 10 from the 44. So now McKinney, the quarterback, takes the snap. He's going to keep it himself. Carterville's got 2 or 3 players right there. Flag comes in from the far side, and we'll have to see what the flag is. They were led by big Jeremiah Bouchard, the Lions. It's going to be against the Spartans.
I'm wondering if Carterville's going to take the penalty or give them the 3rd and long.
Looks like they're going to back him up.
He's declining the penalty.
Probably a good call.
Yeah, it's 3rd and long. If you can hold them for 10 yards right here as opposed to giving them 2 shots to get 15, I like this call here. I thought that he might decline it. He did the same thing against Nashville. Nashville had an opportunity. We had an opportunity to push him back, but it was going to be a 3rd down. We thought, well, we'll put the money on our boys for 1 play. I like the confidence here in your defense.
Absolutely. So it's 3rd down and 9 from the 44. As Cody McKinney brings his Spartans to the line of scrimmage.
A blown block or an incomplete pass, and you get the ball back.
Yep. McKinney drops back, has some pressure, has to roll left. Keeps it himself, tucks the ball, gets across the 45, out across midfield to near the Carterville 45 on the far sideline. That's enough to move those chains, and that was a nice little scramble run from the quarterback from the Spartans, Cody McKinney.
That's a good, mature play. He did not have anything on the throw. Coverage was good, and so he just stretched the ball out, stretched it. Finally saw a lane and took off. As opposed to throwing in coverage and hoping that something good happens, he made something happen with his legs.
Spartans lead this game 7-0 here. Clock with 2:46 showing here till halftime. They have it in Carterville territory at the 46-yard line. McKinney from under center as the lone running back gives it to the running back. That is Sarnecki. Sarnecki is dropped right at the line of scrimmage, so no gain at all. Great defense there by Carterville.
Luke Barnhart came through and made a nice play on that one.
So it's 2nd down and 46. 2nd down and 10 from the 46. This Lions broadcast brought to you by Malone's Early Learning Center in Carterville, offering programs for infant to grade school children as well as pre-kindergarten and Head Start. The best care anywhere, Malone's Early Learning Center. As McKinney rolls right, looking for somebody to open up. Carterville puts pressure, and he just lobs it out of bounds. Smart play once again by McKinney just to get rid of the ball, not take the sack, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and 10 now from the 46.
Good pressure there. Luke Johnson moving towards the ball. He's kind of drifting down the side, making sure he doesn't commit too early. He sees the quarterback dropping back like he's looking to get some space to throw, and then he just ducks his head and attacks him and forces the play.
Coach Skinner talking to his offense. They get the play call. Everybody breaks out toward the line of scrimmage. Breezy night. Wind continues to howl out of the north gusting at about 40. Spartans have the ball, though, in Carterville territory at their 46. As McKinney rolls to his right, looks to throw, pumps it over the head of his intended receiver, and Coy Hayes falls incomplete. And so now that penalty, it paid off for Carterville there.
They ended up getting the 1st down, but nice job here. Looks like we're going to have an opportunity to get the ball back, because I don't think that St. Joe, with the way Carterville's been moving it, is going to want to give them the ball this close to the 50-yard line.
Across the 50 at the Carterville 46. So now they're setting up to punt. Coy Taylor, he drops back. Carterville sends nobody deep, so they'll just let it go wherever it goes. Coy looks at the near side. They're going to kick it away. Takes the snap, got the kick away, and pretty good kick into that wind, but the wind sure knocks it down fast. It's going to be downed at about the 18-yard line, and that's where Carterville is going to take over right there with 1:53 remaining here till halftime. This Lions broadcast brought to you by Campbell Brothers Garage and Towing. Since 1975, full-service garage and towing. If you need a tow, get locked out of your car, you can call Campbell Brothers at 618-942-4875. So Carterville would like to tie this thing up going in at halftime. They have the wind at their back, 1:53 remaining. It's 1st down and 10 from their own 18. So Carterville probably go to the passing game here.
You also don't want to turn the ball over too quickly or throw the ball into incompletions and kill the clock, giving St. Joe an opportunity for another fruitful possession. So I think you're going to try to get a couple of big gains right here on your inside handoff.
Myers on the carry. Blast his way out to about the 23-yard line. So it's going to be a gain of about 4 on that carry. 2nd down now, officially 7, so a short gain. They have it out to the 18.
Carterville gets a 1st down. I think they'll start using their timeouts. Right now, they're just going to play it and see what happens.
2nd and 7 from the 23-yard line. Bishing hands it once again to Myers, who cuts it outside near the 30. That's a 1st down, so that'll move the chains for the Carterville Lions. Out to the 30-yard line. Coming up, we'll have our IBEW Local 702 halftime report.
They moved everybody, pulled towards the right side. Chance took a step to the right, and then just a cutback play where he comes back to the weak side, handed off, and he made a nice gain on that one.
Ball on the near hash. 2 receivers here on the near side. Bishing from under center, turns around, ball's on the turf once again, a 2nd fumble, and the Spartans get it. And exactly what you said, Carterville didn't want to do that, and they turn the ball over, the 2nd fumble of the night.
Again, it's time of possession and field position. And right now you're not putting your defense in a very good spot by forcing them to have to hold St. Joe, who can score in a blink of an eye, put them on your 30-yard line.
So the turnover, the 2nd turnover of the game. Gives it to St. Joe on the carry. For St. Joe down the far sideline, touchdown from Tim Blackburn Kelly, and that's going to be a 32-yard touchdown run.
Little jet sweep there. Pitched it to him in front. They're going to find ways to get him the ball and let him try to score.
32-yard run from Tim Blackburn Kelly for the Spartans. They lead it 13-0 pending the extra point here. The hold is going to be Tayton Gertis, and the kick is good. After the extra point from Charlie Schmidt. So 14-0 is our score here at St. Joe. Carterville's going to get the ball back with 40 seconds left. We'll be back here on News Radio WJPF.
Central Hospital for Animals in Marion, Herrin, Carbondale, and Harrisburg has been taking care of your furry family members for over 40 years. Sure, they do wellness visits and routine vaccinations, but you might not know about everything they offer, like orthopedic surgery for pets with hip or knee injuries, and laser therapy to reduce inflammation, pain, or promote wound healing. Noticing that your pet stopped jumping? Maybe they've just slowed down in general. Central Hospital for Animals offers chiropractic services too. Online at centralvet.net.
Montgomery's Place in Carterville is your place for taking a quick lunch break, a craft dinner experience with a relaxing atmosphere, or a Saturday brunch spot. It's Montgomery's Place. Their menu offers full breakfast options and hot and cold espresso drinks. Ask about their weekly dinner specials Thursday through Saturday. Their full bar and signature cocktails makes Montgomery's Place the perfect place for your next private party or event. Proud to be a longtime Carterville Lions booster. Montgomery's Place on South Division Street.
Carterville trails it 14-0 after the 32-yard run from Tim Blackburn Kelly. And Carterville's going to get the ball back here with about 40 seconds left as the kick is taken at about the 15-yard line. Harrell on the return. Stutter steps his way out to about the 34-yard line. That's where Carterville's going to take over here, 1st and 10.
Now you have the opportunity to try to air it out a little bit. You have 33 seconds, 2 timeouts. Maybe you get a play to hit and get the ball deep in their territory. You can put points on the board with a field goal or perhaps get a chance to poke one in the end zone.
14-0 is our score. 2 fumbles by the Lions. The Spartans were able to turn turnovers into points. Carterville has Johnson at quarterback. 2 receivers left, 2 right. They bring the swing pass out here to Parker Poole, who gets out of bounds to stop the clock with 29 seconds left.
Positive gain, gets the ball moving downhill a little bit. He gets out of bounds, which stops the clock. It's going to save you a timeout later on in case you have to get a field goal unit on.
Gain of 6, carries it down to the 41-yard line. Stops the clock, though, most importantly. Coming into the game for Carterville. Johnson at quarterback. 2 receivers over on the far side, including Nick Bishing in the slot. Parker Poole, the receiver here on the near side. Cozy, the running back. Johnson takes the snap, rolls to the right, wants to throw, waiting for somebody to open up, throws it deep down the middle, back across the field. The receiver's there, and the catch is made at the 30-yard line. They're going to say incomplete as it was intended for Mason Watts, and I thought he got the hand under it, and I think Mason thought he did too.
I thought he did too. There was no signal for a while. All the St. Joe players were signaling incomplete, and then the official signaled incomplete shortly thereafter. So I did not see the ball hit the turf, but that may have been one of those where you hear it rather than see it.
I think Sean Gerald's thought he had it as well. Coach Gerald's over on the far sideline stomping around. I think he thought that was a good catch. Doesn't matter what we think, though. The officials say incomplete with 19 seconds left. So
he had some space. I mean, there was an opportunity there for him to score.
So timeout is called. And Carterville wants to talk about it. We'll take a break here for 30 seconds as well. Carterville trails at 14-0 with 19 seconds left here on the road at St. Joe-Ogden on News Radio WJPF.
The seasons are changing. It's getting colder. And your heating system just quit. Last week, your car needed repairs. Life doesn't always go as planned. At Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating in Carterville, they understand. That's why at Charlie's, they won't sell you something you don't need. They diagnose the problem and tell you exactly what's needed. No gimmicks, whether a fix or a whole new unit. And as your local York dealer, you can trust Charlie's for top quality York products. Call or visit charliesairandheat.com, your local York dealer. Committed to keeping you comfortable no matter what the temperature is.
Wind is howling here at St. Joe-Ogden. Carterville has the ball with 19 seconds remaining. They're looking at a 2nd down and 4. Coach Andy Johnson, the quarterback. Johnson puts Bishing in motion, claps the hands, now throws it deep down the left side, pulls the intended receiver off the fingertips. Good coverage there by the Spartans as it was Tim Blackburn-Kelly that kind of forced Poole to the sideline. And they just could not connect on that long throw.
They had Watts split out on the far side. They ran Bishing into they motioned Bishing over to that same far side, ran both of those on deeper outs, pulled the safety over, put a one-on-one situation here for Poole. It was a great idea and a great play. I think the wind just carried the ball a little bit out of his grasp.
So Carterville apparently going to set up for the punt.
Still snapping long into the wind here.
Jones takes the snap. Spiral. Nope, it was goes out of bounds at about the 22-yard line. 23 is where they mark it. So one play probably for St. Joe.
If they decide to run one, they may be content with their 14-point lead and not risk a interception, pick six, fumble, anything like that. They may just take a knee here. Looks like they do have a deep man. They're probably just going to do their victory formation type snap.
7 seconds away from halftime here at St. Joe-Ogden. Dave McKenzie and Keenan Clark with you. They take the snap, and that is going to end the first half. 14-0 is the score. St. Joe-Ogden, the Spartans able to score, and they have the 2-touchdown lead. Stay with us. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have our IBEW Local 702 halftime show. St. Joe-Ogden leads at 14-0 over your Carterville Lions here on News Radio WJPF.
Rise Performance in downtown Carterville is one of Southern Illinois'
Okay, we'll go 90 here, and then, because we've been having all this extra time at half, for the middle there, we'll go 2 feature 2, and then whatever else you need to get out to third quarter.
Personal training, sports medicine, and massage therapy. Looking for a great variety of cardio equipment? Look no further
that's
than
okay
Rise
with you.
Performance. They even have a separate room for free weights. Rise Performance on Division Street,
Okay.
Carterville.
Bank with people you know, who know and love Southern Illinois. First Southern Bank is a community bank that cares for and gives back to the communities we serve. Locally owned, local people, local decisions, and locations throughout Southern Illinois to serve you. First Southern Bank, community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Visit First Southern Bank at firstsouthernbank.net.
Riggin, Palach, and Burke Funeral Home is a family-owned and operated full-service funeral home serving Southern Illinois since 1930. They provide dignified, caring, and individualized services to their client families. The funeral home you choose is not just the business down the street, but the caring staff that counsels you in one of the most difficult times in your life. From the time of the first phone call, your family is their #1 priority. When you need them, Riggin, Palach, and Burke Funeral Home in Carterville is there.
Welcome back to St. Joe-Ogden High School. St. Joseph, Illinois. Dave McKenzie, Keenan Clark. It's our IBEW Local 702 halftime report, where at the half, the Spartans of St. Joe-Ogden lead the Carterville Lions 14-0. And you can't make mistakes in games like this. When you're dealing with the conditions, at least we're not playing in the rain, but when you turn the ball over, good teams take advantage of that, and that's what the Spartans did. Yeah,
we got away with the one early on when we were moving the ball down the field. Thought we had a chance to score. We had the fumble. We got away with that one, ended up getting the stop. But when you fumble the ball on your own 30-yard line, that's the one that's going to bite you. You know it's going to get you every time. So Carterville is going to find a way to rectify that. Now the next object is how do we get the rest of the way? We're getting down inside the 30-yard line. We've got to find a way to get all the way into the navy blue.
Carterville took the opening kickoff, and they went 10 plays and turned it over on downs. St. Joe got the ball for their first possession, went 4 and out, had to punt the ball 3 and out, and had to punt the ball away. Carterville went on a 15-play drive there to end the first quarter, carried it into the second quarter, but they wound up going for it on 4th and 20 and couldn't pick up the first down and turn the ball over. Then St. Joe gets the ball back at the 9:17 mark of the second quarter, and at the 6:29 mark, it was a 6-yard touchdown run by the quarterback, McKinney, for the Spartans. Extra point was good. They lead it 7-0. Bishing fumbled the ball at the 3:42 mark on the following possession, but damage was not done by the Spartans on that as Carterville forced them to punt the ball away. Then Carterville gets the ball back, and a fumble again, this time by Andy Johnson, and by Chance Myers. And the Spartans recovered it, and on the next play, it was a 32-yard touchdown run from Kelly Blackburn for the Spartans, and that's where we stand, 14-0.
Yeah, the game plan of trying to limit the possessions from St. Joe by taking care of the ball, running the clock down, that has worked out really, really well for Carterville. They've only given up 14 points, and they've limited the possessions as their goal was. But, again, they've got to find a way to stick with that and make that work and produce points out of it offensively as well.
The Spartan Band on the field here for their halftime performance. That is Keenan Clark. I'm Dave McKenzie. We're going to go on and take another break here on our IBEW Local 702 halftime report. And when we come back, you're going to hear from Darren Kennard from River Radio Sports Central as he gives you a wrap-up on the week of high school sports in Southern Illinois. That's coming up next here on News Radio WJPF.
As a parent, you want the best care for your family, and at Shawnee Health, we provide just that. I'm Dr. Kai Fansuri from Shawnee Health's Carterville location. Our team, including Dr. Mathine Nexad and nurse practitioners Amanda Reynolds and Teresa Johnson, offer comprehensive care for every member of your family, from newborns to grandparents. Whether it's checkups, managing conditions, or sports physicals, our Carterville team is here to keep your family healthy. Call to schedule an appointment or visit ShawneeHealth.com. Go Lions!
SIU Credit Union checking accounts just got better. Not only can you earn interest with free checking accounts with e-statements on balances over $1,000, but now earn SIUC rewards with your debit card. With this brand new free program, you'll earn points on everyday debit card purchases to exchange for cash back, discounts at local retailers, gift cards, and more. Open with just $25 and no monthly fees when you sign up for e-statements. Plus, access over 85,000 free ATMs nationwide. Apply at SIUCU.org today. Membership required, insured by NCUA.
High school football means Friday Night Live is here. I'm Darren Kennard, and you can join me live on Facebook after tonight's game for River Radio Sports Central's Friday Night Live, presented by Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating in Carterville. Catch all of tonight's scores and join in the discussion on Friday Night Live. River Radio Sports Central, powered by Clark Concrete and IBEW Local 702. I'll see you live on Facebook tonight for Friday Night Live, presented by Charlie's AC and Heating.
At the Bank of Herrin, we know the recipe for success begins with the right ingredients. So we've taken services like mobile banking and teen debit accounts, added in helpful employees and a full trust department, and topped it off with a commitment of service to our communities. Put it all together, and it's clear why the Bank of Herrin is a leader in the communities we serve. Community strong, the Bank of Herrin, it's not just a bank, it's a relationship. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
With your River Radio Sports Central halftime report, I'm Darren Kennard. The weather has been the big story of Week 5 of the high school football season. For the second time in 3 weeks, remnants of a hurricane are playing havoc with games across the region. Several games were moved up to last night, including Murfreesboro's 63-6 win over Herrin and Cesar-Valera-Waltonville's 50-6 win over CZR, with a few more games postponed tonight. Flora at Johnston City will now play at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning
West Frankfort will host Nashville tomorrow at 1, while Fairfield at Carmi-White County will now be played Monday night at 6 o'clock. Elsewhere, Red Hill made it official, accepting the Black Diamond Conference's invitation to join in football starting next year. The Salukis will take the slot previously held by Vienna-Goreville, who has had issues fielding varsity teams 3 of the past 4 seasons. This week marked the final week of the regular season for golf, as conferences held their championships. The Massac County Lady Patriots continued their dominance in the River to River, Ohio, winning their 11th straight and 14th title in the last 15 years. The Nashville Hornets won their 4th straight Mississippi title. That's now 12 in 15 seasons for Nashville. On the boys' Mississippi side, Benton won its 10th straight conference title and 2nd straight as a member of the Mississippi, while Massac County made it back-to-back Ohio titles. In the South 7, Mount Vernon won the boys' side, while Marion took the girls' side. And in the Black Diamond, Edwards County is your boys' champion, with Trico taking home the girls' title. Congratulations to Benton senior golfer Cash Cantrell, our latest Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois in Mount Vernon primetime performer. You can vote for our next winner. Go to riverradiosportscentral.com. There you can read about this week's 10 nominees and vote. Voting will end at midnight tomorrow night. Be sure to like and follow River Radio Sports Central on Facebook and Twitter/X. Join us live on Facebook after the games tonight for Friday Night Live, powered by Charlie's AC and Heating. We'll have all the scores from throughout the region and talk about tonight's Week 5 action. That'll hopefully be around 10 o'clock or so on the River Radio Sports Central Facebook page. We look forward to seeing you there.
At the Bank of Herrin, we know that between family and work, it can be a challenge to find the time to take care of things like going to the bank. And really what you need is a way to do your banking on the go. Well, we've got good news. With the Bank of Herrin mobile banking app, you can manage debit cards, find a bank loan, even make a deposit. Just a few of the ways our mobile banking app can save you a trip to the bank. We love for you to come and see us, but now you don't have to. The Bank of Herrin, it's not just a bank, it's mobile banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Your home for Carterville Lions football all season long. News Radio 1340, WJPF Herrin, W258DP Herrin, 99.5 FM.
Montgomery's Place in Carterville is your place for taking a quick lunch break, a craft dinner experience with a relaxing atmosphere, or a Saturday brunch spot. It's Montgomery's Place. Their menu offers full breakfast options and hot and cold espresso drinks. Ask about their weekly dinner specials Thursday through Saturday. Their full bar and signature cocktails makes Montgomery's Place the perfect place for your next private party or event. Proud to be a longtime Carterville Lions booster. Montgomery's Place on South Division Street.
Central Hospital for Animals in Marion, Herrin, Carbondale, and Harrisburg has been taking care of your furry family members for over 40 years. Sure, they do wellness visits and routine vaccinations, but you might not know about everything they offer, like orthopedic surgery for pets with hip or knee injuries, and laser therapy to reduce inflammation, pain, or promote wound healing. Noticing that your pet stopped jumping? Maybe they've just slowed down in general. Central Hospital for Animals offers chiropractic services too. Online at centralvet.net.
Want to know one of the best ways to show your Saluki pride? I'm Luke Martin, voice of the SIU Salukis.
You're coming back, and again, whatever we need. If you need more, a 90 or 2 90s or whatever, this hour.
Special Saluki offers is a perk. Knowing that my transactions go towards supporting SIU is a win. Plus, Banterra is the bank that you want as a partner. Stop by a Banterra branch for details. Banterra is a proud supporter of regional athletics. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Carterville Lions football here on the road this evening in Week 5 at St. Joe-Ogden, just east of Champaign, where now we are experiencing some rain showers here. And I was looking at the weather forecast, Keenan, just a few minutes ago, and kind of looking at the conditions, and it was showing wind gusts at 49 miles an hour. It's kind of slowed down a little bit to 45.
Oh, good.
Just so a little bit better. But
Yeah.
we got some rain falling here now. Let's look at some scores. And you heard Darren talking about some of the games have been canceled, postponed tonight to tomorrow. Maybe things will be a little bit better. But let's run through some of the scores that we do have this evening. Benton shutting out Anna Jonesboro. The last score I had there, 46-0. It was... let's see here. Hoban over Mount Vernon, all over Mount Vernon in the fourth quarter, 56-13. Cahokia leads Marion 12-0. That's a second quarter score. And Carbondale and the Centralia Orphans are knotted up 6-6. That was a first quarter score. That's the last update I have there. Of course, Vienna forfeits all of their varsity games this year to Edwards County. Turning to Cahokia Conference games, Mater Dei over Macomb, 14-13 in the third quarter. Columbia leads Freeburg 14-0. That's a halftime score. Also at the half, Carlisle over Dupo, 14-12. And then Chester, who's having an outstanding year, they remain undefeated, and they lead Westland 14-0 this evening. And of course, last night, Central shut out East Alton Wood River Oilers 48-0. But most of these games around the region are going to be played tomorrow, it appears. So
yeah, the weather's really put a wrinkle into a lot of plans, and you hate to hear that. There's schools with homecomings and things going on this time of year, but you know you got to keep the kids safe and make sure that you're playing in a good environment. And I mean, really, they just want to play football, so let's get that going and take care of them.
It's a nice balmy 71 here tonight. It's comfortable, but the wind is continuing to blow right out of the north, and it's gusting up to about 45 to 48 miles an hour. Carterville, what do they got to do here in the second half, Keenan?
Well, really, I don't know that they have to change much. They've played a very good game. If you look back at that at the end of that last half, if the pass that was called incomplete to Mason Watts, if that pass is ruled a completion, well, we're talking about a totally different score right now. I really believe that. Carterville has moved the ball down the field. The defense has had stops on 2 of the 4 possessions that they've had. So I don't think that it's time to hit the panic button yet. This is still very much a football game. I feel way more confident right now than, I'll be honest, than I did at halftime when we were in the Benton game. It didn't seem like anything was going right and Benton was doing everything right. Right now, Carterville is, they're taking just as big a swings as St. Joe. We just haven't landed anything yet for points.
I mean, look at the drives Carterville has. Their opening drive was a 10-play drive, over 6 minutes off the clock. Then they had the last drive there in the first quarter carried over into the second quarter. That was, again, another 7-minute drive, 15-play drive. They've done everything right, but you have to be able to hang on to the football, and you can't turn it over.
And a big key is, St. Joe gets the ball to start this half.
Yeah.
If your defense can get a stop here, then you're very much in this ball game. If you let them march the ball down the field quickly or slowly, it doesn't matter. 21-point deficit is going to be hard to overcome here in this environment.
St. Joe-Ogden, they are ranked number 4 in Class 3A. Other AP poll mentions this evening, Belleville-Altoff, number 2 in Class 1A. Cesar-Valier picked up some votes for that. Chester, number 8 in 2A. DuQuoin picked up some votes in the Class 3A poll. Breese Central, number 2 in Class 4A. Murfreesboro, Cahokia, Olney, Richland County, I guess, and Carterville all picked up votes in that Class 4A poll. The John A. Logan College Little Egypt poll came out. Number 1, the Marion Wildcats, who are at Cahokia tonight. Murfreesboro put the pop on Herrin last night, 63-6. Johnston City remaining undefeated. They're number 3 in the Little Egypt poll. Mount Vernon, who's getting whooped up on tonight in Hoban in Ohio. And then the DuQuoin Indians, number 5. Marion, Murphy, JC, Mount Vernon, and DuQuoin, the top 5 in the Little Egypt poll. We're going to go on and take our final break as the Carterville Lions make their way out of the lineup, out of the locker room. Second half action is coming up. We'll be back in 60 here on News Radio WJPF.
Don't let the name fool you. The International Brotherhood of
Okay,
Electrical
60
Workers
it
Local
is.
702
Checking your radar, looks like you will probably have rain the entire second half. There are a couple of embedded thunderstorms in here. We will keep our fingers crossed that they miss you.
You're really supporting Southern Illinois. Help make Southern Illinois a brighter place. Put your trust in the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 702, providing a better lifestyle for members and a better life for all.
High school football means Friday Night Live is here. I'm Darren Kennard, and you can join me live on Facebook after tonight's game for River Radio Sports Central's Friday Night Live, presented by Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating in Carterville. Catch all of tonight's scores and join in the discussion on Friday Night Live. River Radio Sports Central, powered by Clark Concrete and IBEW Local 702. I'll see you live on Facebook tonight for Friday Night Live, presented by Charlie's AC and Heating.
14-0 is our score here at St. Joe-Ogden Spartans with your Carterville Lions. I'm Dave McKenzie, Keenan Clark alongside as we're just a couple of minutes away from the kickoff here this evening. I want to say thank you to Justin and the whole staff here at St. Joe-Ogden. They were fantastic. They were waiting on us when we pulled into the driveway here this afternoon, make sure that we were taken care of, and they've done an outstanding job. And, you know, they came to our place last year for football.
Yep.
Then we came up and played in a shootout in basketball last winter. Outstanding tournament that we played in, and just have really enjoyed making these trips up here to be a part of the schedule against St. Joe-Ogden Spartans.
Yeah, like we said earlier, you can tell that there's a lot of pride in your program, in your school, and I think it goes beyond athletics up here. So they take a lot of pride in how they're perceived and how they do things. They do things the right way here, it seems.
Yes, they do.
You know, to illustrate the importance of this first drive, Coach Dowell came out, and I saw him go to the official, and he said, we want to kick that way. He wants to kick with the wind towards the west because that puts St. Joe in the wind, rain blowing in their face to start this half. Coach knows that he's going to win this ball game. He's probably going to have to get a stop on this possession.
So Carterville's set to kick the ball away. And doing the holding for the Lions is going to be Carson Banks. The rain falls a little bit harder, the wind blowing just a little bit harder as well. That flag is standing straight out. As we mentioned, we're talking about close to 50-mile-an-hour wind gust here. But the Lions going to kick the ball away, and the kick is away. It's short-hopped at the 25-yard line, picked up and brought out across the 35-yard line, across midfield into Carterville territory to the 40-yard line. And that is a fantastic return to start this second half of action for the Spartans.
Yeah, number 33, Logan Rosenthal, was an up back and had a little trouble handling the ball on the kick. When he picked it up, there didn't seem to be anybody in the lane in front of him, so he just pointed his head towards the goalpost and took off.
He was brought down here on the near sidelines to Coach Sean Skinner, and the Spartans will go to work here just below us. He has his full offense around him here on the near sideline, and their quarterback, Cody McKinney, and the offense have the ball in Carterville territory at the 40-yard line.
This is the longest that St. Joe has taken
it is.
To put a play in and go. And it's my understanding that whenever they come out of a break like this, their first possession right after a timeout or right after a quarter, when they have time to put something in, they like to try a little trickery sometimes.
We'll see if the old Swami Keenan is correct on this. Carterville, don't forget, they're going to be on the road next Friday night. We're going to Harrisburg to take on the Bulldogs. So here come the Spartans. They break the huddle.
Empty backfield.
Yep, empty backfield. Two receivers to the far side, two here on the near side. For quarterback Cody McKinney. From the shotgun, they shift out. Now quarterback Coy Taylor takes over. Moves from the slot position. He's going to keep it himself across the 40 to the 35, down the 30-yard line, down the sideline, and run out of bounds inside the 20. Actually, they're going to mark him at about the 23, so big first down run for the Spartans.
So they set all that up. They took their time. Then they shifted the quarterback out, brought in their all-state receiver, put him at quarterback, and just snapped him the ball directly because they haven't been able to throw the ball to him very much yet. So they just found a way to get the ball in his hands.
Down to the Carterville 23. Inside handoff and break it away. And scoring for the Spartans. What's the number? Is that 25?
That was Taylor again.
Coy Taylor on the 23-yard touchdown run for the Spartans.
Well, you certainly did not want them to come down and score, but if they're going to score, you want them to score early. That gives you time. There's time left. If they had put together a 9-minute drive, that would really have eaten up the clock and taken away possessions from Carterville, but now you're just a matter of try to get back and score again on your own.
Charlie Smith's in for the extra point for the Spartans. The snap, the hold, the kick is, I don't think that was good. No good. So that keeps it 20-0. And Carterville's going to get the football right back when we return here on News Radio WJPF.
Riggin, Palach, and Burke Funeral Home is a family-owned and operated full-service funeral home serving Southern Illinois since 1930. They provide dignified, caring, and individualized services to their client families. The funeral home you choose is not just the business down the street, but the caring staff that counsels you in one of the most difficult times in your life. From the time of the first phone call, your family is their #1 priority. When you need them, Riggin, Palach, and Burke Funeral Home in Carterville is there. SIU Credit Union now offers interest with their free checking with e-statements accounts. Sign up for free checking and start earning a dividend on balances over $1,000. Open with just $25 and there's no monthly fees when you sign up for e-statements. Get access to over 85,000 free ATMs nationwide and free online banking and valuable SIU CU rewards. To start earning, apply online at siucu.org. Membership required, insured by NCUA.
Carterville getting the ball back here after the Spartans score on the 23-yard touchdown by Taylor. Kick is taken at the 15, yes, and carried out to about the 30-yard line by Harrell. And he's popped right there, but that's where Carterville's going to start. They need a good drive. They need a drive that ends in points here.
Yeah, you can't just keep moving the ball and coming up empty. At some point in time, you're going to have to find a way to get in the end zone. They run into this. They've had this stretch a couple times this year where they just couldn't find a way to finish out the drives. Let's try to get the end of this little streak now. I like that run back by Harrell that time. He ducked his head and went hard, whereas the one before he looked a little passive about trying to find a hole. This time, somebody must have told him, just duck your head and get as many as you can. He did a nice return.
So Bishing at quarterback. Hands it off to his running back. That's Chance Myers. A flag comes in. Myers keeps plowing out to about the 32-yard line. But as we said, there's a flag on the play. And it's going to be against the Carterville Lions. Nope, chop block against the Lions. Yep. So that's going to back him up. That'll be a 15-yard penalty, I do believe. So it'll be first down and 25.
Again, just another unforced penalty, something, mistake that's going to give St. Joe a little bit more momentum, a little bit higher hill to climb here for the Lions.
Dual receivers far side, two near side. The throw near side to Parker Poole. Poole puts his head down, thrown out of bounds at about the 23, 24-yard line. So second down and a long way to go for the Lions. Just underway here in the second half. Dave McKenzie and Keenan Clark with you. The ball is at the 23-yard line. So it's 2nd and 17. That was a gain of 8 by Poole on that reception.
Looks like we're going to put Bishing out here in the slot.
Johnson, the quarterback. Myers, the running back. One receiver to the far side for the Lions, but it's the give to Myers. Myers stutter steps his way through the line, gets out to about the 29-yard line. So it's going to be a gain of 6, bringing up 3rd and long for the Lions from the 29.
He gets almost back to the original line of scrimmage. It was, again, if it hadn't been for the penalty, it would have been a really nice game by Poole, productive, a nice run there. Would have been close enough for a first down already, but instead we're just trying to dig ourselves out of a hole.
So it's 3rd and 10 officially from the near 30. Johnson rolls to his right. He's going to keep it, pulls it down. Had an open lane there. He takes it out to the 35, and he's going to come up about 5 yards short. So now Carterville's facing a 4th and 5. And if you're Brent Dial, what do you do here?
He's going to punt. It's too early to hit the panic button yet. If this were a fourth quarter with 10 minutes ago, you probably take a shot at that, try to get that 7 or 6 yard gain. But I think right now you just tell your defense, hey, we'll take care of us.
Jamie Jones comes in. He stands at the 25-yard line. Spartans don't send anybody deep. Jones gets a kick away. It hits at the 35, and Carterville gets a good hop. It rolls down inside the 20, and Carterville's going to down it at the 16-yard line right there. This Lions broadcast brought to you by Mayor Brad Robinson in the city of Carterville, who want to remind you to attend the 37th annual Southern Illinois Hunting and Fishing Days on the campus of John A. Logan College. The hours are 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturday, 9 to 4 on Sunday. For more information on the event, you can go to SIHFD.org. And the city of Carterville saying, let's go Lions. So St. Joe gets the ball back here at the 9:47 mark. 1st and 10. And it's the give out to about the 18-yard line. Carterville's right there defensively.
Johnson and Johnson on that tackle. We've done a pretty good job of defending the inside run. I don't feel like that's been a big deficiency for us. It's whenever they stretch it to the outside that we've had trouble.
So facing 2nd down and 7 from their own 19-yard line. St. Joe taking some time as they look at Coach Skinner for the play call. They get it. Send 2 receivers, now 3 receivers to the far side. 1 here on the near side, but it's a give to the tailback. And he's stacked up at the 20. So another short gain for the Spartans, making it 3rd down and about 5 now after the gain of 2.
Yeah, Evan Berry does a good job of reading that, crashing in on that. He gets a little help from his linebackers and Carson Davis to get him down. 3rd and a long here. You need to find another way to get one more stop.
So Cody McKinney from the shotgun. It's going to keep it himself. Puts his head down. Got right to the line of scrimmage. Good defense there by the Lions. And we got a couple of players from both teams getting tangled up.
Yeah, I don't know if they got tangled up or if they decided to get in a little wrestling match out there. But
somebody came cartwheeling out of there.
They did. Nobody followed up on it. There was nothing after the play. It was just a good physical altercation that was going on while the play was happening. So
4th and 6 from the 20. Rain really starting to come down now here in St. Joseph, Illinois. As the quarterback, Coy Taylor, also does the punting. He drops back now to punt, takes the snap, gets the kick away. A short kick, it comes out of bounds, and Carterville is going to have outstanding field position here after that punt.
Hey, great job defense.
Yes, how about that?
Great job. You get a good punt. Nice punt by Jamie Jones earlier. Snap and punt were good. Get them pinned back on their side. Defense gives them a 3 and out, get you a 3 and out, and then sort of the miscue on the punt. Carterville's going to get the ball deep into St. Joe territory.
This Lions broadcast brought to you by IBEW Local 702. Proud supporter of Lions Sports. They are IBEW Local 702, dedicated to providing a better lifestyle for members and a better life for all. 1st and 10, Carterville football from the 40 of St. Joe. A real opportunity here for the Lions. As Bishing, Johnson hands it off to Cozy. Cozy cuts it inside the 35 and fights his way down to the 30-yard line. Good hard run from our running back, Amon Cozy.
He's had a really good ball game tonight. Whenever he's had any kind of space whatsoever, he's made the most of it.
And he was outstanding last week at Herrin as well. Ball sets right at the 30-yard line on the near hash. Carterville sends 1 man to the far side. That's Mason Watts. They bring 2 receivers here on the near side. In Riley Crane, Parker Poole. Johnson has his running back. Cozy gives it to Cozy. Cozy busts his way up the middle out to about the 20-yard line before he's brought down. And another first big run for Amon Cozy Going to be facing second down and 1 now for the Lions.
Yeah, and we're moving a little bit more pressure quicker here.
2nd and 2 from the 22. The ball snapped and nothing happening right there.
I think he's going to get the first down, though.
Yep, they're going to move the chains.
That's all you needed on that one.
They take it.
Let's hit the reset button. That's worked. We've got a few plays out of it. We don't want to just sit and continue to run this and let them stop it 3 times before we realize we need to shift gears. So looks like we're bringing Andy Johnson into quarterback. We're going to do something a little bit different on this play.
They have the ball at the 19-yard line. Carterville trails it 20-0 here. 6:26 mark of this third quarter. The rain falls. The wind blows here in central Illinois. Johnson, the quarterback. Myers, the running back. 2 receivers far side, 1 to the near side. Snap to Johnson, gives it to Myers. Myers is stacked right there at the 20. Nothing open for Chance Myers, and the Spartans D line was right there to shut it down.
Snap was a little high. You bring in Johnson, you put Bishing out there on the end, and you're hoping that you stretch the defense out a little bit and you try to sneak a dive play in. I think the snap was a little high, and what happened was the timing was off a little bit.
Yep,
By the
I
time
agree.
he got the ball wrangled in and he handed it to Chance didn't really have anywhere to go. Everything had collapsed on him.
So back to the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and 10 from the 19 once again for Carterville. Now Bishing's going to keep it himself. Off right guard, takes it down inside the 15 to about the 14-yard line, and I'm going to have to close this window.
Well, you get the linebackers trying to follow Myers. You know, they know that he's our guy at this point in time. So they're following him, and Bishing just cuts back against the grain and finds a little seam on the other side.
3rd and 5 from the 15-yard line. Everybody watching online, I tried to keep the window open as long as I could, but I'm getting soaked. So Lions have it. Bishing takes the snap high again. He gets it and was lucky to get a hand on it and can't pick anything up. So now Carterville got it deep in Spartan territory, but they're facing 4th down and 5.
We're going to bring in Luke Johnson. We're going to keep, looks like Malachi McGee is staying in. We took Mason Watts out. So I think we may end up going up under center on this one. Maybe going double tight here or running with a.
Lions have it at the 15 of St. Joe-Ogden.
There we are. We're back under center here.
Yep.
Going to do the shift that we were doing earlier in the game.
Bishing under center, turns around, rolls to his right, has some pressure. Looking to throw, going to keep it, throws it toward the end zone. Got touchdown, Riley Crane. Riley Crane on the reception, and it's going to be a 15-yard touchdown pass from Bishing to Crane for your Carterville Lions.
Great play. He rolls out. I think he thought about running, and it was there for a moment, but then Crane gets a little separation, and a very nice play in a windy, rainy atmosphere out there, and it was good to see that play develop and finish with no flags on the field, no mistakes.
Almost like a 2-point conversion play for the Lions.
That's what it looked like.
So now, lace it on for the extra point. His kick is up and good. And Carterville has cut the lead now to 20-7 here at the 4:15 mark of the third quarter. Spartans are going to get it back. Coming up next on News Radio WJPF.
Rise Performance in downtown Carterville is one of Southern Illinois' best fitness facilities, offering something for the whole family. Members enjoy 24/7 access with 9,000 square feet of equipment. They offer
Yeah, it's a
group
little
classes,
glare, but we can
women's
still
only
see fine.
classes, youth strength and conditioning, personal training, sports medicine, and massage therapy. Looking for a great variety of cardio equipment? Look no further than Rise Performance. They even have a separate room for free weights. Rise Performance on Division Street, Carterville.
The Southern Illinois celebration of National Hunting and Fishing Days returns to the campus of John A. Logan College in Carterville September 28th and 29th. John A. Logan College and title sponsor Oasis Outdoors are excited to bring you the popular events like the McDonald's Kids Free Fishing Hole, 3D Archery, Super Retriever Series, hunting and fishing seminars, and dozens of vendors. Join us September 28th and 29th on the John A. Logan College campus for this Southern Illinois tradition. Visit SIHFD.org for more information.
Carterville cut into that lead after the 15-yard touchdown pass from Bishing to Riley Crane. The kickoff here for the St. Joe-Ogden Spartans. They bring it out near midfield where they're brought down at about the 48-yard line. So another good return on special teams for the Spartans.
Yeah, I want to go back to that touchdown play. Really, really good play. They brought in the tight end. They had a power back. They had a fullback on that play. Everybody thought they were going to try to run and grab those 5 yards, and then Bishing rolls out, and it's him and Crane with a one-on-one. That was a nice play that we have not seen yet. You kind of put those in during the week, and you keep it in your back pocket till the right time comes. That was the right time.
So St. Joe has it. McKinney, the quarterback, puts a man in motion. That's Coy Hayes, the tight end. But McKinney's going to keep it himself, just kind of takes what the defense gives him as he carries it out to about midfield. So it's going to be a gain of about 5 as they had it at their own 45. They mark it down at near midfield.
Yeah, they're still moving the ball. St. Joe's going to move the ball, and they have the ability to throw it. But currently, here in the third quarter, they are facing the wind. So getting the ball up and throwing it into that horizontal rain that's coming across the field right now, it's not going to be an easy task for them.
Winds gusting at about 40 mile an hour with heavy rain here now at St. Joe-Ogden. 2 receivers to the far side, and this time it's going to be Taylor that keeps it himself, and he's dropped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain at all. Great defense there by the Lions.
Yeah, he got clipped as soon as he took a step forward. Carson Davis was there, hit him low, and got him out over his shoulder pads, and he couldn't stay up. Nice play.
So Carterville, man, it'd be nice to get a defensive stop here. 3rd down and 6 from the 49 for the Spartans. As Coach Skinner, again, has his offense. They come to the sideline. Now everybody takes back toward the line of scrimmage. This time it's going to be McKinney, the quarterback. He steps up under center. Eye backfield. McKinney rolls left, pressure, has to get rid of it, puts it up, incomplete, good defense. Parker Poole slaps the ball out of the intended receiver's hands. It falls incomplete, and now the Spartans are looking at 4th down and 6.
Great job in coverage. He didn't try to do too much and jump the ball, intercept it. He just knocked the ball down, knowing it's going to be 4th down. We're going to get it back afterwards. Good play by Parker Poole to stay in coverage here.
So Carterville sends Jonathan Miller deep. Spartans are forced to punt. It's going to be Coy Taylor that does the punting. Takes a really short snap. Now he backs up a couple of yards.
He's trying to draw him off sides.
Yep, Miller is ready to go. The snap, the kick into the air. Wind gets a hold of it and brings it near sideline. So Carterville's going to have the football at about the 28-yard line. This Lions broadcast, it is brought to you by Stephen Rich's Barber Styling for men, women, and children, offering cuts, styling, and perming. Walk-ins are welcome. They're located right there on South Division Street in Carterville. That's Steve and Rich's Barber Styling. Carterville getting the ball back now with 2:22 remaining here in the third quarter. 1st and 10. Carterville scored for the first time on their last possession. They have it at their own 29-yard line here in this third quarter. They bring Bishing in motion. Johnson throws it out to the far side. That's Mason Watts with his first reception on the night. He carries it and picks up about 6, maybe 7 yards before he's spun out of bounds over on the far sideline.
I like seeing Mason Watts get the ball. He's just got that kind of speed and agility and we saw it last year. We haven't got to see him get the ball a whole lot this year, but when he gets it, he's electric and things can happen.
Gain of 7 by Mason. The ball out to the 36-yard line. 2nd down and 3. From the far hash, Carterville moving right to left in their road white uniforms. They give to Myers. Myers puts his head down, and that's going to be enough to move the chains and give the Lions a 1st down.
St. Joe is now starting to put a little bit more pressure on our receivers. They're stepping up. They're getting them right at the line of scrimmage, not giving the space that they were given earlier, but that's because they're not worried about the deep ball as much right now. It's raining. It's windy. And they're probably simplifying their coverages a little bit anyway, just because you can't hear changes and switches out there on the field. It's wind and rain. So, they're just going to get up and play man-to-man and say, you can't throw it over our heads right now.
Carterville 2 receivers near side, but again, the give to Myers. Myers blasts his way out to about the 47-yard line. So junk yardage on the runs for the Lions.
Yes, a nice run there. Although I don't know if you saw it, but it looked like right before he ran into his blocker, he had a lane here to the left side. If he'd have cut this way, he might still be running.
Gain 6. It's 2nd and 4 from the 47. Now, Johnson looks to throw. Steps up. Now he spins away and just has to throw it out of bounds to get rid of it and throws it over toward the cheerleaders here on the near sideline. Smart move, but we got a Spartan down on the turf at the 40-yard line.
Good decision. He was looking for Bishing to slice through the defense and get over the top of it. It wasn't there, so the second option was Poole across the middle. Poole was covered. He just threw the ball out of bounds before he took the sack.
We're going to go on and take a break. We'll be back in 30 seconds here. Carterville trails 20-7 at St. Joe-Ogden here on News Radio WJPF.
Bank with people you know.
By the way, on the left side, that chair with the white back and Spartans on it, throwing up some big glare at that end of the field. If you can move that or turn it sideways, unless you're sitting in it, that should help with the glare on that left end.
Southern Illinois to serve you. First Southern Bank. Community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Visit First Southern Bank at firstsouthernbank.net.
I think the injured player for the Spartans just possibly just cramping up. As you can see, and we had to close the windows here because the rain is coming down so hard. And, of course, the wind still blowing out of the north-northeast. But we played the first half without rain, but it started raining here in the second half. We knew we would probably.
Oh, yeah, we knew that was a possibility.
Don't forget, Carterville's going to be on the road next Friday night when they head to Saline County to take on the Harrisburg Bulldogs.
I've sit outside during football games when it was rainy and windy. I don't like it.
No, it's no fun.
I'd rather be inside when it's rainy and windy outside.
The first high school football game I went to in Southern Illinois was at Anna Jonesboro in October on top of the press box, raining exactly like this.
Oh.
It was brutal.
Welcome to Southern Illinois football.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. So Carterville, after the injury timeout, the snap, Bishing's going to keep it himself. Tries to get it to the outside, has the first down and more out across midfield into Spartan territory. And out of bounds, that'll move the chains once again. And Carterville's got the mojo on their offense right now.
It really isn't much different than what we were seeing earlier. We've been moving the ball all game. We've been mixing in the pass and the run, inside and outside. That's not been the situation. What we need to flip the script on is the turnovers and the penalties. If we can take care of the ball, this drive is going to end up with points.
Plus, the ball possession keeps the ball out of the Spartans' hands. They're a quick score team. 41 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. 1st and 10. Now it's Bishing, looks for an opening, cuts it up off a left tackle, grabbed and turned to the turf at the 45-yard line. A gain of about 3. Actually, they're going to mark it a gain of 2 for Carterville as the clock ticks down under 25 seconds.
Carterville pulls its guards, hoping to get a kick out, and then a turn back inside. I saw Cole Sims and Bryce Ryman both over here trying to clear a lane for Bishing, and just enough for a couple of yards on that one.
Carterville has it. Bish slaps his hands, rolls to his left. Ooh, slipped. I don't know how he kept his footing. Breaks away, puts his head down, and gets down to about the 42-yard line as we are out of time here in the third quarter. But Carterville is going to keep the ball as we head to the fourth quarter as they face a 3rd down and 8 from their own 42-yard line. We've been at the end of the third. Carterville trails 20-7. Fourth quarter action coming up next here on News Radio WJPF.
The seasons are changing and it's getting colder, and your heating system just quit. Last week your car needed repairs. Life doesn't always go as planned. At Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating in Carterville, they understand. That's why at Charlie's, they won't sell you something you don't need. They diagnose the problem and tell you exactly what's needed. No gimmicks. Whether a fix or a whole new unit. And as your local York dealer, you can trust Charlie's for top quality York products. Call or visit charliesairandheat.com. Your local York dealer. Committed to keeping you comfortable no matter what the temperature is.
As a parent, you want the best care for your family, and at Shawnee Health, we provide just that. I'm Dr. Kai Fansuri from Shawnee Hilt's Carterville location. Our team, including Dr. Mathine Nexad and nurse practitioners Amanda Reynolds and Teresa Johnson, offer comprehensive care for every member of your family, from newborns to grandparents. Whether it's checkups, managing conditions, or sports physicals, our Carterville team is here to keep your family healthy. Call to schedule an appointment or visit ShawneeHealth.com. Go Lions!
Chance Myers busted off left tackle and blasted down to about the 27-yard line of the Spartans coming out of that end of quarter timeout.
Another double pull there. We end up getting Grant Gibbons had a nice lead block to bust him through there, and huge play. That's what Carterville's got to do. It's nice to get down and score. We don't want to take 50 snaps to do it because, again, you bring in the elements outside. It's going to make it a little harder to sustain it if you have to keep playing in these elements offensively.
Two receivers left side. It's a give to Amon Cozy. Cozy off of left tackle is trying to get out of bounds over on the far sideline. He's brought down after a gain of about 9 yards, but another big chunk yard run for Amon Cozy.
You said it. What a luxury to be able to go from Chance Meyer on the last play. You bring in Amon on this one, and here comes Chance, who got to go over to the side, get a drink of water, catch his breath for a second. He's going to walk back out. I think we're going to see a timeout from St. Joe here.
There's an injured player over on the far sideline as the training staff comes out. We are going to go on and take a break here. 20-7 with 11:13 remaining here in the game. Carterville trails it. We'll be back in 60 on News Radio WJPF.
The Bank of Herrin has been serving Southern Illinois since 1937, offering everything from checking and savings accounts to loans and a full-service trust department. With convenient locations and a dedicated professional staff, our outreach and involvement in the communities we serve plays an integral role in how we do business, proving it's not just a bank, it's a relationship. The Bank of Herrin. Find out more at
Hey, everybody watching online. Hello.
FDIC,
Good evening. Thank you for watching. We appreciate it.
Don't let the name fool you. The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 702, represents more than just electricians. The IBEW is made up of Southern Illinois linemen, tree trimmers, telephone workers, utility workers, city employees, factory workers, construction workers, and many more. So when you support the IBEW, you're really supporting Southern Illinois. Help make Southern Illinois a brighter place. Put your trust in the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 702, providing a better lifestyle for members and a better life for all.
Training staff still dealing with our injured player over on the far sideline now. Looks like they're trying to get him up on his feet, which they did. I just was taking a look at the weather forecast here. Of course, winds are out of the north at 31, gusting to 45, and the wind, the rain is just dumping right now over this area here east of Champaign. Wherever you're at tonight, wherever you're listening, I hope everything is okay with you. So now, Carterville has the ball. It is 2nd and 2 for the Lions from the far hash.
Carterville's feeling it. They're feeling really good right now. They were trying to get the ball snapped before the injured player even got off the field.
Bishing from the shotgun. Carterville jumped, it looked like.
Somebody jumped.
That's going to be motion. That's the first penalty on the Lions here in the second half.
It's on the defense.
Oh, it's going to be offside. I saw a helmet bop up. I thought it was.
Well, the reaction from the Carterville sideline seemed to be much more positive than the reaction I saw from over here on the St. Joe sideline. So
Lions
felt like they had a better look than I did.
Have it 1st and 10 now from the 12. After the penalty. The give up the middle, blasting the way down toward the goal line. It's going to be short. Was that Myers on the carry?
Yes, that was Chance on the carry. This is where we like to get under center and just dig in and a little bit of dust and get yourself into the end zone here.
1st and goal from the 1 for the Lions. Bishing. He's under center. This is tush-push territory right here. Bishing jumps in, touchdown, scores on the 1-yard touchdown run at the 10:40 mile mark. And guess what? Carterville has cut this lead to 20-13 here in the 4th quarter.
Nobody was more excited after that touchdown than Chance Meyer. He jumps up and gives it a Michael Jordan fist pump in the air.
Should be excited. Carterville's playing outstanding here in the second half. So now Layson, Keith on for the extra point. The left footer's kick plows that one through the middle. 20-14 is our score here. With 10:49 remaining, Carterville's going to kick it away to the St. Joe-Ogden Spartans when we return here on News Radio WJPF.
The Southern Illinois celebration of National Hunting and Fishing Days returns to the campus of John A. Logan College in Carterville September 28th and 29th. John A. Logan College and title sponsor Oasis Outdoors are excited to bring you the popular events like the McDonald's Kids Free Fishing Hole, 3D Archery, Super Retriever Series, hunting and fishing seminars, and dozens of vendors. Join us September 28th and 29th on the John A. Logan College campus for this Southern Illinois tradition. Visit SIHFD.org for more information.
Want to know one of the best ways to show your Saluki pride? I'm Luke Martin, voice of the SIU Salukis.
And just check your weather. Lots of rain. Does not look like any thunderstorm cells coming your way.
No fees at more than 55,000 ATMs and special Saluki offers is a perk. Knowing that my transactions go towards supporting SIU is a win. Plus, Banterra is the bank that you want as a partner. Stop by a Banterra branch for details. Banterra is a proud supporter of regional athletics. Member FDIC.
Carterville has cut into this Spartan lead. They trail by 6 now, 20-14.
I wouldn't be shocked if this wasn't a good time for an onside kick.
I was just thinking that.
I mean, they've been returning the ball to the 40, 50-yard line anyway. It's slick, it's wet, it's rainy. You've got them on their heels. Try to take a little
and the defense has been playing well, too.
Defense has been playing well. Take a shot at it. Maybe punch him in the mouth.
Layson kicks this one away. It's going to be a short kick, and we have got a whistle, and I think, is it going to be offside on the Lions on the kickoff?
I don't see a flag.
I don't either. I think they're going to have to re-kick it, though. This Lions broadcast brought to you by Polar Whip. In Energy, come taste the legend. They've got car hops now. Call 618-988-9210, and they'll have your food waiting for you when you arrive. That's at Polar Whip in Energy. Yeah, they're going to have to re-kick. So now Layson, low line drive kick, hits at the 28-yard line. One hop picked up, brought out here to the near side to about the 33-yard line. Good coverage by the Lions on the return for the Spartans by Coy Taylor.
Nice job, Jamie Jones on coverage, getting him down. Malachi McGee in on the tackle. You know, sometimes your guys who start on defense and play every play on defense, they also have to be on special teams, and they play an important role. You know, I saw Grant Gibbons earlier make a nice play on the punt team as a starting offensive lineman. That's what everybody has to chip in a little bit in a game like this.
Spartans have the football. They're ready to go. As it's the quick pitch to the running back, Sarnecki trying to get to the outside, does catch an opening and a gain of about 3 by Sarnecki. So it's going to bring up second down and about 7 now for the Spartans. Gain of 2 officially. It's going to make it 2nd and 8. They waste no time. They want to get the ball in play. They have 3 receivers here near side, 1 to the far side. Cody Kennedy is going to keep it himself, takes it to the short side of the field, and Carterville's defense stacks him up right there. That Carterville sideline is excited over on the far side.
They are. They were up and showing a lot of enthusiasm on the kickoff, and they're right now following the ball down the field. I like the energy that we're seeing, even though you're down 6 points late in the game.
Loss of 1, making it 3rd and 4 from the 40-yard line for the Spartans. Here comes Cody Kennedy. Ball from the far hash. They're moving right to left on your radio dial in a driving rainstorm here in St. Joe, Illinois. It's the snap, looks right, comes back to his left. Pressure on Kennedy, has to throw it, and it's caught. And a nice toe tap catch by Coy Taylor here on the sideline, and just enough to move the chains for the first down.
You know, that's why he is who he is. He can make those types of plays as a receiver. Fantastic catch, and to keep himself in bounds, especially in the elements with the wind in his face.
Went up, high-pointed the ball, got the toes down, and it moves the chains for a first down. So they're at their own 45-yard line now. Kennedy takes the snap, gives it to his running back in Sarnecki. Sarnecki's popped popped at about the 41-yard line. Riley Crane come in and put the hammer on him.
I'm not sure that there's a better open field tackle person than Riley Crane. He comes up and has made multiple plays in the backfield from the safety position, and he continues to just make that play one-on-one. That was a nice play right there.
Loss of 4, 2nd and 14 now for St. Joe-Ogden. 20-14 is our score, 8:49 here in the game remaining. Carterville scored twice here in the second half. As the throw across the middle is caught by Wedig. Wedig breaks away down into Carterville territory before he's brought down at the 35-yard line. There was just a bunch of people there. Wedig came away with it, and they have it down into Lions territory.
Looks like Carson Banks down on the field now. They called the trainers. Both trainers are out. They're going to take a look at him.
So an injured Lion on the field, and we will take a break. Lions trail 20-14 here at St. Joe-Ogden on News Radio WJPF.
Central Hospital for Animals in Marion, Herrin, Carbondale, and Harrisburg has been taking care of your furry family members for over 40 years. Sure, they do wellness visits and routine vaccinations,
let me know how we're going.
But you might not know about everything they offer, like orthopedic surgery for pets with hip or knee injuries and laser therapy to reduce inflammation, pain, or promote wound healing. Noticing that your pet stopped jumping? Maybe they've just slowed down
want
in
another?
general. Central Hospital
Yes,
for
please.
Animals offers
Till I tell you to
chiropractic
bring it back.
services, too.
Montgomery's Place in Carterville is your place for taking a quick lunch break, a craft dinner experience with a relaxing atmosphere, or a Saturday brunch spot. It's Montgomery's Place. Their menu offers full breakfast options and hot and cold espresso drinks. Ask about their weekly dinner specials Thursday through Saturday. Their full bar and signature cocktails makes Montgomery's Place the perfect place for your next private party or event. Proud to be a longtime Carterville Lions booster. Montgomery's Place on South Division Street.
The seasons are changing and it's getting colder, and your heating system just quit. Last week, your car needed repairs. Life doesn't always go as planned. At Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating in Carterville, they understand. That's why at Charlie's, they won't sell you something you don't need. They diagnose the problem and tell you exactly what's needed. No gimmicks, whether a fix or a whole new unit. And as your local York dealer, you can trust Charlie's for top quality York products. Call or visit charliesairandheat.com, your local York dealer. Committed to keeping you comfortable no matter what the temperature is.
Central Hospital for Animals.
Bring it back after this.
Herrin, Carbondale,
But it'll be a quick
chat,
chat, and then we'll take it back to commercial.
Sure, they do wellness visits and routine vaccinations, but
Okay,
you might
coming
not know
back.
about everything
Man,
they
that's
offer,
the last
like
thing you want to
orthopedic
see
surgery
now.
for pets with hip or knee injuries and
In
laser
a
therapy
rainstorm.
to reduce inflammation, pain, or promote wound healing. Noticing that your pet stopped jumping? Maybe they've just slowed down in general. Central Hospital for Animals offers chiropractic services too. Online at centralvet.net.
Back here at St. Joe-Ogden, Dave McKenzie and Keenan Clark with you here on this Friday night game. And we have a timeout on the field as we have an injured Carterville Lion. Believe it may be Carson Banks that is the injured Lion at the 46-yard line, as both sets of training staff are out talking with Carson. And actually, I believe they've actually contacted the ambulance crew who are making their way out toward the turf at this time, as both teams are taking a knee on the near side for the Spartans, over on the far side for the Lions. The officials are huddled up at the 30-yard line, and the training staff deals with Carterville's Carson Banks. We are going to go on and take another break, and we will be back in just a couple of minutes here on News Radio WJPF.
Rise Performance in downtown Carterville is one of Southern Illinois' best fitness facilities, offering something for the whole family. Members enjoy 24/7 access with 9,000 square feet of equipment. They offer group classes, women's only classes, youth strength and conditioning, personal training, sports medicine, and massage therapy. Looking for a great variety of cardio equipment? Look no further than Rise Performance. They even have a separate room for free weights. Rise Performance on Division Street, Carterville.
Bank with people you know, who know and love Southern Illinois. First Southern Bank is a community bank that cares for and gives back to the communities we serve. Locally owned, local people, local decisions, and locations throughout Southern Illinois to serve you. First Southern Bank, community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Visit First Southern Bank at firstsouthernbank.net.
Riggin, Palach, and Burke Funeral Home
Bring
is
it back
a
after this one.
family-owned and operated full-service funeral home serving Southern Illinois since 1930. They provide dignified, caring, and individualized services to their client families. The funeral home you choose is not just the business down the street, but the caring staff that counsels you in one of the most difficult times in your life. From the time of the first phone call, your family is their number one priority. When you need them, Riggin, Palach, and Burke Funeral Home in Carterville is there.
Back at St. Joe-Ogden here on a Friday night, a driving rainstorm. We have an injured Carterville Lion on the turf, and the medical and training staff are out dealing with Carson Banks right now as they're getting ready to load him onto a stretcher with the ambulance crew here. Wanted to go through and update some scores from around Southern Illinois while they continue to work on our Carterville Lion. In Mississippi Division play, DuQuoin blasting Pinckneyville 42-6. Benton leads AJ 46-2. That was a halftime score. Let's switch over to South 7 scores. Cahokia shutting out Marion in the third quarter, 20-0. Centralia over Carbondale, 27-13. That's a third quarter score. And Hoban beats Mount Vernon tonight, 56-13. That's Hoban, Ohio. In Cahokia Conference play, DuPont and Carlisle are tied at 20 in the fourth. Chester leading Westland 14-0 in the third. Macomb leads Mater Dei 21-14 in the third. And at the half, the last score we had was Freeburg getting beat by Columbia 14-0. And of course, Central Cougars beat East Alton Wood River last night 48-0.
Well, obviously, we don't want to make any conjectures onto what's happened or what the situation is. All we can say is hopefully putting him on the backboard and taking him off on the stretcher is completely precautionary, and they're just covering their bases and making sure that whatever it is taken with the utmost dignity and sincerity here. So hopefully he's just they're just being careful, being cautious on this, and looks like they're going to get him off the field here soon.
Yeah, and where was the which game was it? It was our last home game.
It was the West Frankfort game.
West Frankfort game, and the same thing happened there as Carterville Lions players are coming over to fist bump Carson Banks here as the ambulance crew is raising the stretcher and going to make him over. But in that last home game against West Frankfort, that's right, it was the Frankfort player that went down. I got a message Saturday morning that he was the first player at practice to film study on Saturday morning. He went over, everything was fine, he was released. And this is, as former EMT paramedic, and this is precautionary. We don't know anything about what's going on out there, but you know, you don't take any chances. I'd much rather put him on a backboard, just stabilize him, make sure everything is good, let the hospital and the ER staff there determine everything that's going on. So the Spartan even players are coming from the near sideline, and they're going out to gather around Carson there on the field as now they start to wheel him toward the ambulance.
Break if you want.
So the Spartan crowd gives a nice little round of applause for Carson as he's being taken to the ambulance here on the west side of the field. And just thoughts and prayers are with Carson. Hope everything is okay. And as Keenan said, that this is just precautionary measures that are being taken by the staff here at St. Joe-Ogden High School. We are about 12 miles east of Champaign in a driving rainstorm. Here now, we played the first half rain-free, windy, 40-mile-an-hour winds. But now the rain, it's been raining the entire second half here. Carterville in the second half, starting play, they trailed 20-0. They've scored twice now. And St. Joe has the football, and they're driving on the Lions. They have it 1st and 10 at the Carterville 30.
After the long break, let's see that they come out with some sort of trickery here. Find a way to get the ball in the Coy Taylor's hands.
Cody McKinney, the quarterback. He stands in shotgun position. 2 receivers left side. They bring one across the line of scrimmage. Then Carterville may have jumped.
No, offensive.
Yeah, I was going to say it was going to be a motion penalty, and that's going to back him up 10 yards. So big penalty right there. It's going to march him back. It's going to be 1st down and 20 from nope, just a 5-yard penalty. 1st and 15, I'm sorry. From the 35. So they come back to the line of scrimmage. Kennedy thought about pitching. Now he takes it off right tackle, cuts it straight up the middle, makes a cut back toward the near corner, and Kennedy is going to score from 35 yards out. Nice touchdown run for the quarterback, Cody McKinney.
Just missed him in the backfield. Looked like they almost got a hand on him. And then after that, his feet did the rest of the work, made 2 nice cuts, ended up running the ball to the right side, but scoring in the corner of the end zone on the left.
Yep, just one missed tackle. He was able to slip through, and he takes it 35 yards here at the 8:08 mark of this 4th quarter, and that makes it 26-14 pending the extra point. And it looks like St. Joe is going for 2 as McKinney takes the snap, dropped it, picked it up. Is he trying to get to the goal line? And he's going to be dropped short. So the 2-point conversion is no good. And Carterville snuffs that out, keeps the score 26-14 here with 8:08 remaining in the game on News Radio WJPF.
As a parent, you want the best care for your family, and at Shawnee Health, we provide just that. I'm Dr. Kai Fansuri from Shawnee Health's Carterville location. Our team, including Dr. Mathine Nexad and nurse practitioners Amanda Reynolds and Teresa Johnson, offer comprehensive care for every member of your family, from newborns to grandparents. Whether it's checkups, managing conditions, or sports physicals, our Carterville team is here to keep your family healthy. Call to schedule an appointment or visit ShawneeHealth.com. Go Lions!
This News Radio 1340 WJPF Herrin, W258DP Herrin 99.5 FM.
SIU Credit Union checking accounts just got better. Not only can you earn interest with free checking accounts with e-statements on balances over $1,000, but now earn SIUC rewards with your debit card. With this brand new free program, you'll earn points on everyday debit card purchases to exchange for cash back, discounts at local retailers, gift cards, and more. Open with just $25 and no monthly fees when you sign up for e-statements. Plus, access over 85,000 free ATMs nationwide. Apply at SIUCU.org today. Membership required, insured by NCUA.
26-14 is our score. 8:08 remaining in the contest after the 35-yard touchdown scamper by the quarterback McKinney for the Spartans as the kickoff winds up in the end zone, a touchback, and Carterville's going to get the ball back here.
Yeah, ball took a hop on Johnny Miller, couldn't round that one up, and the ball beat him to the end zone. Once the ball gets in the end zone, it's an automatic touchback. We're going to get the ball at the 20-yard line.
This Lions broadcast is brought to you by Malone's Early Learning Center in Carterville, offering programs for infant and school-age children as well as pre-kindergarten and Head Start. It's the best care anywhere. That's at Malone's Early Learning Center. 1st and 10 for the Lions here at the 8:07 mark of the 4th quarter from their own 20. Bishing hands it off to Myers. Myers plows his way out to about the 27-yard line. So a 7-yard gain for the Lions, bringing up 2nd down and 3.
Good job up front. There was a hole there. He just ducked his head and took what they gave him. We'll take those 7-yard chunks all the way down the field.
Carterville going with tempo here in the offensive end. This time it's Cozy. Cozy out to about the 32-yard line. And that is enough to move the chains for the Lions. 1st down and 10 from the 27.
You're in a game where you're playing the number 4 ranked team in Class 3A, and we are running the ball at will.
Yes, mostly right up the middle. Bishing this time brings Crane in motion, slides down the line of scrimmage, high snap, give to Myers. Myers tries to get to the outside, cuts it back out near the 40-yard line. It keeps it like plowing, first down. What a run from Chance Myers as he just uses those strong, powerful legs to push it out near the 45. He pushed that pile 5 yards.
He pushed that pile, had a little help from, looked like Gibbons in there on it. Poole was they were all trying to get that pile moving. It may be showing that the St. Joe defense is starting to wear down a little bit physically.
It might. They have it at their own 45, 1st and 10, 7 minutes remaining here in the game. Bish rolls to his left. He's going to keep it himself, trying to get to the corner, to the outside, and he's wrapped up and thrown out of bounds at midfield. So, again, another 5-yard gain, 2nd down and 5 from midfield for the Lions.
That appeared to be a designed run play. He rolled out like he was going to throw it, but he actually, before he even got outside of the hash marks, he had tucked the ball up under his arm. He knew he was going to run that ball.
We'll take 5 at a time. Clock stopped at 6:56. We bring 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Bish takes the snap, gives it to Myers, just up the gut, out to about the 45-yard line. That's going to move the chains once again. 1st down for the Lions. Exactly what you want your offense to do. No time to panic. Plenty of time. 6:45. Lions trail by 12, 26-14.
Like you said, Carterville's working quick. Now we're making St. Joe make quick decisions and adjustments defensively.
1st and 10 from the 45. Bishing off a right tackle. Man, they grabbed him by the collar, and no flags come in. They grabbed him by his shirt.
Yeah, I can't believe that wasn't a horse collar. He grabbed him right there on the back of the neck and just pulled him down from behind. That was a rough missed call right there.
2nd and 8 from the 49-yard line. So a gain of 2 for the quarterback for the Lions, Nick Bishing. Bish. High snap, gives to Myers. Blast his way out to about the 40-yard line. Will they give him forward progress? Kind of. The 41 is where they mark him.
Yeah, I think they thought they had him down and let him go, and he turns and runs backwards a couple of steps, trying to break something free on the other side, but it was all.
3rd and 6 from the 41 now.
He ended up in the same spot anyway. We brought Cozy in.
And we have a timeout that's called by the St. Joe-Ogden Spartans. With 5:38 remaining, Lions are driving. They trail it by 12, 26-14. We'll be back in 30 here on News Radio WJPF.
High school football means Friday Night Live is here. I'm Darren Kennard, and you can join me live on Facebook after tonight's game for River Radio Sports Central's Friday Night Live, presented by Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating in Carterville. Catch all of tonight's scores and join in the discussion on Friday Night Live. River Radio Sports Central, powered by Clark Concrete and IBEW Local 702. I'll see you live on Facebook tonight for Friday Night Live, presented by Charlie's AC and Heating.
26-14 our score here. St. Joe-Ogden leads your Lions. Don't forget Sports Voice with Murph and Hudson tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. They'll recap all the scores from around Southern Illinois. A lot of games going to be played tomorrow, apparently. We had games played last night. But Scott and Murph will have Sports Voice coming up tomorrow, 8 until 10. After their timeout, Lions have it 3rd down and 6 from the 41-yard line. They trail it by 12, 26-14. As Bishing gives it to Amon Cozy. He runs into the back of the pile, and he's grabbed and he keeps fighting. They never do get him to the turf, and now they finally do. Flag comes in here on the backside of the play, and that's probably going to be a sportsmanlike penalty, as it looks like Jackson Smith was tied up with somebody from the Spartans.
Yeah, it was right there in that area where he was on the ground. The guy was standing over him. I don't know who the penalty is going to be on, but
it's going to be personal foul against St. Joe, so tack 15 yards on that, and Carterville's going to get a 1st down out of it.
St. Joe has played basically mistake-free football the entire night. This is the first one that they've had where it could cost them.
As they mark off the 15 yards, and Carterville getting their offense out. They want them on the line of scrimmage. They are pacing the official as he places it down at the 25-yard line. 1st and 10 from the Spartan 25. They are ready to go once the official steps out. He does now. Bishing takes the snap. No, that's Johnson. Throws it left side out on the far side. That's Poole. Cuts it across the 10. 5 inside the 5-yard line. And a nice quick pace by the Lions. They were ready to go. And Parker Poole, another big blast for the Lions.
They knew exactly what they were going to do on that. It was a nice play. Parker Poole hanging on to the ball and then runs over a guy, gets the ball set down to the 9-yard line, it seems.
1st and goal from the 10 for the Lions. It's the give to Chance Myers. Cuts it up at about the 8 to the 7 yard line right there. And the clock is stopped at 5:13. Carterville trying to score. Then they need a defensive stop. Maybe they go for the onside if they are able to score here. So it is 1st and goal from the 5-yard line for the Lions.
We're going up under center. Did we get a penalty on that play?
We must have. We had to have. They had it marked at the 10. 1st and goal from the 10.
Bishing putting his lineman where he wants them. Apparently there was some confusion on the setup. Now he's going to shift him over.
Now he brings him to the right side. Bish under center. Turns around. Gives it to Myers. Myers gets in for the touchdown. Carterville scores here at the 5-minute mark on the 5-yard touchdown run from Chance Myers.
We had a flag after the play, came in really late. I don't know if he's going to get him for unsportsmanlike or if there was something that happened during the development of the play and he just threw the flag late.
5 minutes remaining. Carterville has cut the lead to 26-20.
If it's after the play, he may be giving them the option. I don't know if they can execute it now or if they execute it on the kickoff. I'm sure it's a Carterville penalty.
So it's going to be personal foul against the Lions after the play. So 5 minutes remaining. Carterville's cut the lead to 6.
It doesn't appear to have negated the touchdown. It did not. So I'm going to guess they're going to ask to.
They'll kick it. They'll put it on the kickoff.
Yeah, that's
then.
what they're going to do.
So now here comes Keith Layson on for the extra point. 26-20. Layson kicking into the wind, and that's no good. No good at all. Wasn't even close. So it keeps it a 6-point ball game, 26-20, and the Spartans are going to get the ball back with 5 minutes left. Or will Carterville kick the onside? We'll find out when we return here on News Radio WJPF.
At the Bank of Herrin, we know the recipe for success begins with the right ingredients. So we've taken services like mobile banking and teen debit accounts, added in helpful employees and a full trust department, and topped it off with a commitment of service to our communities. Put it all together, and it's clear why the Bank of Herrin is a leader in the communities we serve. Community strong, the Bank of Herrin, it's not just a bank, it's a relationship. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Montgomery's Place in Carterville is your place for taking a quick lunch break, a craft dinner experience with a relaxing atmosphere, or a Saturday brunch spot. It's Montgomery's Place. Their menu offers full breakfast options and hot and cold espresso drinks. Ask about their weekly dinner specials Thursday through Saturday. Their full bar and signature cocktails makes Montgomery's Place the perfect place for your next private party or event. Proud to be a longtime Carterville Lions booster. Montgomery's Place on South Division Street.
26-20 is our score. Carterville just scored on the 5-yard touchdown from Chance Myers, but there was the unsportsmanlike after the touchdown, so that backs Carterville up. They're going to kick it from their own 25-yard line as Riley Crane is set to do the kicking for the Lions. St. Joe, I'm sure, wants to run some clock and score some points. Carterville wants to get the ball back. A short kick taken at the 40-yard line, plowed across midfield and into Carterville territory at the 47-yard line. So that's where the Spartans will start here. Under 5 to play at 4:55 left.
Again, Riley Crane, who never seems to come off the field, ended up making the tackle on the kickoff for the kickoff team, and then he was in charge of going back and grabbing the
tee?
The tee and throwing it off the field as well.
Well, you got to finish the job. That's what kickers do. See, here come the Spartans. Cody McKinney, the quarterback, from their Carterville 47-yard line. McKinney from the shotgun gives it to his running back. That's Sarnecki. Sarnecki stacked up, no gain. Actually, lost a yard or two on that carry. Carterville had 4 defenders right there and want a defensive stand for the Lions.
Jamie Jones, Riley Crane, both Johnson brothers. Like you were looking at a nice defensive group right there in order to stop that play.
Clock rolls under 4.5 to play. Loss of 2, second down and 12 from the 49. Now St. Joe is going to use up the clock. They're going to huddle up as the quarterback, Cody McKinney, comes out, sets the play, 6-5-4 on the play clock. Takes the snap with 1 second. He's going to keep it himself, tries to get to the outside, cuts it back against the grain, brought down over on the far sideline. And the clock continues to roll, so now it's going to be 3rd down and about 10 for the Spartans. The clock still ticking. Brett wanting to hang on to those timeouts as long as he can.
Absolutely. You're better off having little time and a lot of timeouts than having a lot of time and no timeouts, because once you lose the timeouts, it's completely out of your control. So you have ways to stop the clock if you have to.
Carterville just wants the ball back. They want the ball back in their offense hands. They've looked great here in the second half. They trailed at the half.
They were down 14-0 at the half and then gave up a touchdown 22 seconds into the half.
Yeah. So they were down 20-0. We got a timeout called by St. Joe. We'll take a break as well. Back in 16, Lions trying to get the ball back. They trailed 26-20 here on News Radio WJPF.
Central Hospital
Just go 30 here, Brian. Sorry.
Herrin, Carbondale, and Harrisburg has been taking care of your furry family
30
members
it is.
for over 40 years. Sure, they do wellness visits and routine vaccinations, but you might not know about everything they offer, like orthopedic surgery for pets with hip or knee injuries, and laser therapy to reduce inflammation, pain, or promote wound healing. Noticing that your pet stopped jumping? Maybe they've just slowed down in general. Central Hospital for Animals offers chiropractic services too. Online at centralvet.net.
This Lions broadcast is brought to you by Campbell Brothers Garage and Towing, serving Southern Illinois for 50 years. Full-service garage with new computerized 4-wheel alignment machine. And if you need a tow, they're the guys you can call, 618-942-4875. Timeout on the field called by the Spartans with 3:18 remaining. Spartans, looking at a 3rd down and 18 from the Carterville 48. Carterville needs the stop.
I feel like they're going to try to find a way to get the ball in Coy Taylor's hands.
I think so as well. McKinney rolls left, pressure on him. Steps up, grabbed. Carterville gets a hold of him. 4th down. It's going to be a 4th down at about 15 as Carterville's defense comes up with the stop. And Carterville is going to get the ball back with 3:11 remaining after the upcoming punt by the Spartans, if they punt it.
Jamie Jones is having an absolutely fantastic football game right now. He has been everywhere defensively and is taking charge out there on that field. They do not have an answer for him.
The clock is stopped, and
Coach Brett Dial is in the middle of the field without his headset on.
Talking with one of the officials. And now he heads back over to his huddle over on his sideline as we have timeout here on the field called by Carterville.
He may have called a timeout there. Yes. And that he may have been out there trying to get the clock correct so that they didn't lose the time after the end of the play.
So Carterville drops Johnny Miller back to the 25-yard line. Wouldn't it be nice for Mr. Miller to break one for the Lions? Look at that rain as it drives here. 40-mile-an-hour wind gust. But the Spartans are forced to punt. Carterville's going to get it back. It's 4th and 11. Watch out for the fake. They wouldn't do that. Carterville almost jumped. They get back in time. Taking the time. The snap. The hold. The kick is away. Johnny lets it go, and it goes out of bounds.
Inside the 10.
Yeah, good kick. And we got an injured Lion back at the 40-yard line.
That's Luke Johnson.
Yeah.
He was pretty ambitious on that. He was hoping to get a block, make a play. That's all he was trying to do. And I think he got clipped pretty good. I think he got blocked right below the knee, and it flipped him over. He goes rolling into the backfield, and I'm sure he's going to take that lump home with him tonight. That one hurts.
Yes, he's being helped over to the far sideline. But Carterville, what more could you ask, Keenan? You got the ball with 3:04 remaining. You trail by 6. This game's in your own hands right here.
Well, I could ask for it to stop raining and the wind to shift directions and be at our back right now, but other than that, I mean, that's just me
needy, though.
That's me being picky is all it is. I'm high maintenance sometimes.
What better way to win it than in a driving hurricane rainstorm here east of Champaign?
Indeed, it does make for a better story. The flag on the field, looks like there was a flag on the field. It may have been from that block.
Yep. Well, it's there actually looks like they may have to re-kick. So,
well,
yeah. I didn't see the flag, but now they're marking 15 off against the Spartans, and Johnny Miller is staying back to receive. So, Carterville.
If I'm Johnny Miller, I'm staying really deep, and I think that's what he's doing. Just keep the ball in front of you. If they get an opportunity. Okay. That makes sense.
Okay, so here's the kick. Miller takes it at the 23-yard line. Makes a move toward the middle, and he's brought down right there at the 28-yard line, and that's where Carterville's going to take over. It's going to be 2:54 remaining here in the game. First down and 10 from the 27-yard line, 28-yard line.
Johnny Miller did his job there. Just keep the ball from bouncing in the end zone. Give us field position that's at least manageable. The message we got just a second ago was that there was more than 1 second that rolled off the clock. It's that the clock was not reset as it should have been. So the time now is accurate. There's 2:54 left to go in this ballgame.
Carterville brings 2 receivers here to the near side. Bishing at quarterback. Myers is the running back. Right up the gut. Blast his way out to about the 35-yard line.
Flag on the field as soon as the ball was snapped. Took them no time to find some sort of infraction here.
See what the call is going to be. It's going to against the Lions.
It's like an illegal block.
As we have an injured Spartan who kneels down here as he was trying to get off the field. And he looks like he may be cramping up.
Yeah, it's consistent with what you would see with a cramp.
Trying to stretch it out as the trainer comes out to him. Let's take a break. We'll be back in 30 seconds here on News Radio WJPF.
Want to know one of the best ways to show your Saluki pride? I'm Luke Martin, voice of the SIU Salukis and proud owner of a Banterra Saluki Visa debit card. Being able to use a Saluki branded debit card with no fees at more than 55,000 ATMs and special Saluki offers is a perk. Knowing that my transactions go towards supporting SIU is a win. Plus, Banterra is the bank that you want as a partner. Stop by a Banterra branch for details. Banterra is a proud supporter of regional athletics. Member FDIC.
The penalty was against the Carterville Lions, and it was a 15-yard penalty, a sportsmanlike. So, clock rolls, 2:40. Carterville has it deep in their own territory. 1st and 25 down from their own 15. As Bish takes the snap, gives it to Myers. Myers looking for a hole and just keeps the legs moving out to about the 20, but just running the clock down to 2:22 remaining here in the game.
Yeah, let's not hit the panic button and start chucking the ball down the field and then the game's over in 3 plays because we didn't complete a pass here. He did a nice job. We managed it, got about half of our yardage back from the penalty. Let's get another big gain here on the ground or however we need to do it and give ourselves a chance to get that first down.
2nd and 20 from the 20. They throw it out to the left side. Poole has it out there on the far side. Not much to gain as he picks up about 2, maybe 3 out on the far side. 1:52, and the clock is stopped as we have a timeout called by Coach Brett Dial. So Lions now are looking at a 3rd down and 20 with the ball at their own 20. Carterville trailed 20-0 with 11:39 on the clock here in the 3rd quarter. St. Joe-Ogden got the kickoff here in the 2nd half. They were up 14-0. They score on the 23-yard touchdown run from Taylor. But then Carterville cut the lead 20-7 on a 15-yard pass from Bishing to Crane. And then Nick Bishing scores on a 1-yard touchdown plunge at the 10:49 mark here of the 4th. That cut it 20-14, but McKinney took it 35 yards in for a touchdown at the 8:08 mark to push it back to 26-14. Myers a 5-yard touchdown run to cut it to 26-20. Lions have it 3rd and 18 from their own 22. Minute 52. Bishing swing pass near side, trying to get outside, cutting back against the grain, and not much there at all for the Lions. As Bishing was the receiver, it was Johnson on the pass. So now Carterville 4th down and about 18. 24 with the ball at the 24-yard line.
We're going to try to blow the top off the defense here. We brought in Ryan Norman, fresh legs. Mason Watts, fresh legs. Split Pool out to the other side. They've got to cover both sides of the field with our fast guys out there.
We'll be throwing into the wind, though, as Johnson throws it across the middle. Incomplete, no flag. Bishing thought he was interfered with. No flag. The ball hit Nick right in the hands, but he had a defender draped on him. And the St. Joe-Ogden defense holds with 64 seconds left.
Flags have been flying all night long, significant big flags. These guys have not been afraid to throw the flag, and I think Carterville has an argument on this one. He was absolutely blanketed when he was trying to reach out for that ball. I don't know how you don't get some sort of penalty on that.
So St. Joe gets it back with minute 4 remaining. And a knee taken by McKinney. And the clock rolls under a minute. And St. Joe-Ogden is going to remain undefeated on the season at 5-0. Coaches wanting the play clock reset. They do reset it. They're going to have to snap it one more time as McKinney steps up under center.
Once he gets it under 30 seconds, he just has to snap it once.
And that's it. That'll be the ball game. 26-20 is the final score. St. Joe gets the win over the Carterville Lions. A valiant comeback effort by the Lions in the second half. Comes up just short. Carterville now sees their record at 3-2. St. Joe-Ogden Spartans improve to 5-0. 26-20, the final score on the road at St. Joe-Ogden. Stay with us. Our SIU Credit Union postgame shows coming up next on News Radio WJPF.
Don't let the name fool you. The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local...
And 90 here and then 90 before the coach.
The IBEW is made up of Southern Illinois linemen, tree trimmers, telephone workers, utility workers, city employees, factory workers, construction workers, and many more. So when you support the IBEW, you're really supporting Southern Illinois. Help make Southern Illinois a brighter place. Put your trust in the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local 702, providing a better lifestyle for members and a better life for all.
High school football means Friday Night Live is here. I'm Darren Kennard, and you can join me live on Facebook after tonight's game for River Radio Sports Central's Friday Night Live, presented by Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating in Carterville. Catch all of tonight's scores and join in the discussion on Friday Night Live. River Radio Sports Central, powered by Clark Concrete and IBEW Local 702. I'll see you live on Facebook tonight for Friday Night Live, presented by Charlie's AC and Heating.
Riggin, Palach, and Burke Funeral Home is a family-owned and operated, full-service funeral home serving Southern Illinois since 1930. They provide dignified, caring, and individualized services to their client families. The funeral home you choose is not just the business down the street, but the caring staff that counsels you in one of the most difficult times in your life. From the time of the first phone call, your family is their number one priority. When you need them, Riggin, Palach, and Burke Funeral Home in Carterville is there.
Really was a good ball game here this evening. 26-20, the final score. St. Joe-Ogden holds on to knock off the Carterville Lions to improve to 5-0. Carterville, with the loss, sees their record at 3-2. But this was just a really good ball game. Last year's game was a good game. Why this one should not have been, it turned out to be.
Yeah, you weren't just fighting against St. Joe-Ogden. You were fighting against the drive. Different environment. You left school early. Everything's different to your routine. And how do you respond to that? I felt like the Carterville Lions responded very well tonight. Felt like they were taken out of a comfortable environment and put into this hostile place and did a great job.
Yep, it was a really good ball game. At the end of one, there was no score, actually. Carterville was in the middle of their second drive of the game. St. Joe only had one drive in the first quarter. No score at the end of one. Then St. Joe scored on a 6-yard touchdown run from quarterback McKinney. Extra point was good. That was at the 6:29 mark. They lead it 7-0. At the Carterville fumbled the ball on 2 possessions in a row. And finally, the Spartans made the Lions pay. A 32-yard touchdown run from Kelly Blackburn. The extra point was good, and the Spartans led it 14-0 at the end of the half. And they got the opening kickoff in the second half, and just 2 plays later, a 23-yard run from Taylor at the 11:49 mark. The extra point was good, was no good rather. They led it 20-0. Carterville finally scores at the 4:15 mark of the third quarter. Bishing to Crane, 20-7, and then Bishing scored on the 1-yard touchdown run at the 10-minute mark of the fourth quarter. McKinney comes right back for the Spartans, a 35-yard touchdown run to make it 26-14. Chance Myers scores from 5 yards out, cuts it 26-20. Carterville was driving, but Spartans get the defensive stand, and they hold on to win 26-20.
Yeah, it was not the result that we wanted at the end, especially after the day that they've put in to get here and how close that we came. But like you said, great game against these guys last year, great game against them this year. It'd be fun to see Carterville and this team match up again sometime.
Absolutely. 26-20 is our final score here this evening. We're going to go on and take a break here on our post-game show brought to you by the SIU Credit Union here on News Radio WJPF.
SIU Credit Union now offers interest with their free checking with e-statements accounts. Sign up for free checking and start earning a dividend on balances over $1,000. Open with just $25, and there's no monthly fees when you sign up for e-statements. Get access to over 85,000 free ATMs nationwide and free online banking and valuable SIU CU rewards. To start earning, apply online at siucu.org. Membership required, insured by NCUA.
Rise Performance in downtown Carterville is one of Southern Illinois' best fitness facilities, offering something for the whole family. Members enjoy 24/7 access with 9,000 square feet of equipment. They offer group classes, women's only classes, youth strength and conditioning, personal training, sports medicine, and massage therapy. Looking for a great variety of cardio equipment? Look no further than Rise Performance. They even have a separate room for free weights. Rise Performance on Division Street, Carterville.
26-20.
Returns to the campus of John A. Logan College in Carterville, September 28th and 29th. John A. Logan College entitles.
We're just going to wrap this up. No coach.
He may be walking up here now.
Popular events like the McDonald's Kids Free Fishing Hole, 3D Archery, Super Retriever Series, hunting and fishing seminars, and dozens of vendors.
All right, I'm ready either way.
28th and 29th on the John A. Logan College campus for this Southern Illinois tradition. Visit SIHFD.org for more information.
26-20, the final score here this evening. St. Joe-Ogden gets the win over the Carterville Lions as good ball game. And but Lions now 3-2. St. Joe improves to 5-0. Next week we head to Harrisburg.
You know, you don't come this far hoping to get a moral victory. You come here wanting to win. That's the point of it. But we're going to walk out of here. We're a little bit more battle-tested. Offensively, we looked really, really good. We did not win the battle of the turnovers, and we didn't win the battle of the penalties, field position. Like some of those little things that don't always show up whenever you're planning the game. You don't expect those. You try to work around them. Those didn't go our way. But as far as the execution and the game plan, I thought both sides, offensively and defensive, did a great job of executing.
They did. 26-20, the final score. Now, Keenan and I will have a broadcast for you next Friday night from Harrisburg as the Lions take on the Bulldogs. This will be a conference game next Friday night. This was a non-conference game here this evening against the Spartans. We're not going to talk with Coach Brent Dial. I'm sure he's got stuff to do. The team's wanting to get back down south. Plus, also, I'm sure he probably wants to go check on Carson Banks to make sure things are good there. Carson, unfortunately, got hurt there in the third quarter and was taken by the ambulance to the facility. So I'm sure he wants to go check on him.
Yeah, you certainly can't excuse that.
No,
There's
no.
No
and it's raining,
no
and it's a
reason
hurricane.
why he wouldn't want to make sure that Carson's number one thing that he's taking care of right
Absolutely.
now. So, yeah, absolutely. Let's let him do that.
So, thank you for listening here this evening. Lions take it on the chin, 26-20. For Brian R. Powell back at the studio, my broadcast partner Keenan Clark, I'm Dave McKenzie. Thank you for listening to Lions Sports here on News Radio WJPF. God bless everybody.
This has been a broadcast.
All right, gentlemen, please have a safe trip home.
Thank you.
And, Dave, I will not see you tomorrow. I'm live, but at 2 o'clock.
Yep, I'm not in there tomorrow either, so we'll talk later.
That's right. All right, take care, guys.
Bye-bye.
To make this broadcast
I'll be
possible
back in 3
with
weeks.
Appalach and Burke Funeral Home, John A. Logan College.